Wait, live. Yes. Yes. On all platforms, on Facebook and Twitter, and on YouTube and on Twitch and on Kick. I'm not doing Instagram anymore because you have to keep uploading that shit over and over and over again because they cut you off after an hour. But are we live on your end, Slender? Or are your people seeing us?
Indeed.
All right. See, we're good to go. So there's not much today in terms of like crazy news, but it's cool because I still found at least some psychotic shit to talk about today. Hold on a minute.
Right.
So, where do we want to begin? Where do we want to begin? Where do we want to begin? Let's do the James Fishback topic first. We won't jump into craziness just yet. Let's do the James Fishback topic first. So, you guys know about James Fishback from Charles, right? Have you heard of him yet?
I know a little bit about him, or heard a little bit about him, but I didn't really like dig into him or anything like that.
So, I'm gonna be super unfaithful. Well, not super unfaithful,
Okay.
but super biased, and then I'll kind of clean it up. What's up, Dubzilla? How you doing, bro? The biased way to explain it in the short term for James Fishback is he's the Groyper candidate. He's the Nick Fuentes adjacent candidate. But to kind of clean that up a little bit, he's running for Florida governor on the Republican side. He's made his campaign completely about it's almost like America first, but Florida first is the way. But whenever he speaks, it's never like about Florida. He's usually talking about like fuck Israel and
That totally sounds Florida first, right?
yeah, we shouldn't be sending money over there that we're not sending because we're Floridians. You know, shit like that. I could get into a lot of it, but a lot of James Fishback's, you know, the way he presents his candidacy and like his campaign promises and all that, they basically line up with the Groypers. So I call him the Groyper candidate. Found out today that he may not even be able to run.
Oh.
Yeah. They've been challenging his entry in the ballot because he apparently owns property and has voted in D.C. recently, which would make him ineligible to be a Florida governor. They're hearing that case. It was a challenge by another governor in the race, Collins. So, hold on, let me bring that up. See if I can. Bam! Here we go.
In Tallahassee for at least one Republican running for Florida governor.
A judge deciding if James Fishback is qualified to run for position. Sanella in the newsroom to explain this one. Sanella.
Well, Louie and Christy, a judge began hearing testimony today in an evidentiary hearing after one of his opponents, Lieutenant Governor Jay Collins, filed a lawsuit to try and keep his name off of the ballot. Collins is accusing Fishback of lying on his candidate papers, that he met all the requirements to run, including the 7-year residency requirement.
Here's the bottom of everything that happened here. Who financed this?
Tuesday's hearing began with a heated confrontation between James Fishback, his supporters, and members of Lieutenant Governor Jay Collins' campaign.
James will be an authoritarian. Yes, I will, and I'm proud of it. Yes. A lot of people are going to prison.
Collins, a GOP gubernatorial candidate himself, brought the lawsuit alleging Fishback's voting and mortgage records in D.C. means that he doesn't meet Florida's 7-year resident requirement to run for the state's top spot. Once things got underway, Collins' attorneys highlighted D.C. voter, mortgage, tax, and homestead records they argue shows Fishback's established primary residence there, even offering a handwriting expert who also said Fishback signed the disputed voter registration form.
Okay, sir, before you sit down, if I get you to raise your right hand.
After defense called Fishback himself,
I just realized I've seen this guy before all of this, and it's going to blow your mind because it just blew my mind where I've seen him from.
Truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
who acknowledged signing mortgage documents but testified that he rushed through the paperwork for the D.C. home without reading it.
And so we were running off to lunch really hungry, and I was just kind of signing through stuff.
Fishback also admitted registering and voting in D.C. in 2020, saying he was stranded there during the pandemic, presented a Florida driver's license, and voted for President Trump.
And on November 3rd, on Election Day, I inadvertently registered and voted in that election.
The candidate spent hours describing the D.C. condo as a lightly used investment property near his parents and pointed to low utility bills, Florida's business filings, deliveries, vehicle records, and a statewide debate nonprofit as evidence that Florida remained his true home.
All right, case closed. Drop the lawsuit.
And it's now up to Judge David Frank, who says that he'll make a ruling by Monday. If Collins succeeds, Fishback's name may still appear on the ballot, but any votes he receives would not be counted. We will certainly keep following this story and keep you posted every step of the
I just realized where I know this guy from, and it just blew me the fuck away because he's so familiar. I'm not gonna play this whole video, but I've seen this guy before.
Which guy?
James Fishback. So
Oh, yeah.
his face was familiar to me, and I had just realized, like, I had just realized why, but it was bothering me. I'm like, I've seen this fucking guy before. He was.
You say that President Trump is unfit to take the presidency. Why is that?
I would say that one of the most important values that we
He
have
was
as
on
Americans is
Jubilee.
our form of government and things.
He wasn't just on Jubilee for that. He was Destiny's favorite fucking debate opponent on that episode. He called him back. Because I remember this episode. He called him back after the debate to debate him some more. I cannot fucking believe this. That shocks the whole fuck out of me. Oh,
It's like
shit.
respecting
Because
the-
I had seen this like I think a year and a half ago. Yeah, so I'm trying to find a summary of this guy, but because of the recent shit with him. Oh, okay, I did find his okay, this is perfect. This is good right here. This will give you the full James Fishback readout. I was trying to find this, and I was running into a lot of like biased ass, and I'm trying to find I really want you to hear him, just him. This was him in his latest or in the Florida debates. I don't know if they were latest, but in the Florida governor debate.
Just a quick show of hands on the stage and in the audience. Quick show of hands if you voted for Ron DeSantis in 2018. Jay, why didn't you vote for Ron DeSantis in 2018?
Well, sorry, I wasn't really listening to your question.
Did you vote for Ron DeSantis in 2018, yes or no?
In 2018?
Yes. That's a no. That's a no. Well, Patrick, thank you so much for hosting this. Thank you to my wife, Valeria, for being here. Jay, thank you for being here. Thank you for your 23 years of service to the United States Army. Thank you, Paul, for being here and your 20 years of service to the United States Navy. To the viewers at home, thank you for tuning in to tonight's important debate. Let me start by getting one thing off my chest. If Ron DeSantis could run for a third term as governor, I would not be in this race because Ron DeSantis is the greatest governor in Florida history. As the 8 years close on this incredible man's legacy, there are a new set of challenges on the horizon. Experimental data centers, sky-high property tax and property insurance, and most importantly, the education and future of the next generation. I am in this race to do two things: to preserve Governor DeSantis's extraordinary legacy and to fight to make our state more affordable. This July 4th will be a special one because 250 years ago, brave men stood up and said enough was enough. Let's honor them. Let's write the next great chapter of American history right here in Florida.
Beautiful. Okay, thank you for that.
To the 1,900 employers in Florida right now who are using H-1B foreign labor, I am warning you once and for all. Fire your foreign workers, hire back qualified Floridians, or you will face the ultimate wrath of the state of Florida. We must put our workers front of the line.
Buddy, you gotta wait till after.
What message do you have for Byron Donalds for not
that's so
being here
rude.
right now? James, I'll come to you first.
My message is pretty simple. Byron Donalds made history this past week by raising $100 million, the most ever. Our campaign made history by being the first campaign in Florida
Buddy,
running for
maybe
governor to visit all
fishback man.
67 counties. That's not hard to do. That's not easy to do. And I can tell you that when you're in small counties like Liberty and Dixie and Hernando, but big counties like this one where I grew up, you really appreciate the state that we have. I'm a fourth generation Floridian, born and raised. I was born right here in Broward County. This is the greatest state in the country, and we have to keep it that way.
They're worried about me. Come
Jay,
on.
if I'm worried about you, why the hell are you suing me to remove me from the ballot? Here, I want to be clear. I am not going to regulate data centers. I am not going to reform data centers. As governor, I will reject and remove every experimental data center in our state. We've got to pay the best teachers more. Now, most teachers I know, they wake up early, they stay late, they dig into their own pockets for school supplies and lunch money. The teachers need a raise if they're doing what is expected of them. Where did I grow up?
Well, I think you grew up in a
Where did I
small
grow
town in
up, Jay?
Florida.
Where did I grow up? Here
I
in
think
Florida.
you called Madison home, right?
I grew up here in Florida, right? All right, case closed. Drop the lawsuit.
Oh, really? James.
For hosting us. Thank you, Jay and Paul. I know we saw some fireworks tonight. It's because all three men on this stage love this state and love our country. I want to speak directly to the voters who are watching from home. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's important debate. This election is not about the who. This election is about the what. What vision for Florida do you want? I'm going to stand up and ban data centers. I'm going to fight for our citrus growers and our cattle ranchers. I'm going to stand up for your First Amendment right and your Second Amendment right, because I'm a principled conservative. Where do they draw their principles from? Me, I draw them from two places: the U.S. Constitution and the gospel of Jesus Christ. And I believe what we need right now is a revival in this state. I visited all 67 counties, and even though I'm the highest polling person on this stage, if I haven't heard from you, I want to hear from you tonight. My personal email is james@fishback2026.com. Send me an email, and I guarantee you're going to hear back from me. We need someone. As the sun sets on Governor DeSantis's incredible 8 years, we need someone to stare down the new challenges on the horizon.
Seems pretty well grounded for a Republican, right? Yeah, that sounded pretty normal.
Overall, other than the data center stuff.
What's going to make me successful in Florida is meeting with voters where Byron Donalds won't meet them. DEI stands for didn't earn it. If he doesn't want to go out and meet with voters like I am, whether they're in Marietta or Miami, Pahokee or Pensacola, then he does not deserve to be the next governor of Florida. Floridians deserve a choice. And I want to go out there and earn the trust of the people of my state, a state that my family has known since my great-grandfather came here and ran a small hotel in Fort Lauderdale Beach. Well, what's going to make me successful in Florida is meeting with voters.
Yeah, see, like, we're gonna. Hey, buddy, you want to relax there? I think Buddy just has. I think this guy might be a Fishback fan over here. He's all like. Hold on.
I need to step away for a second. I need to get some extra tea. Be right back.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Well, Well, see, I'm being fair on this show with James Fishback. There's a reason I'm being fair. It's because Charles is a huge Fishback fan, so I've got to be fair. So I gave you guys well-grounded Fishback.
Florida's governor is heating up and getting nasty as the
Now we're
Byron
gonna get a
Donalds
little
campaign
crazy.
accuses one of his Republican opponents of having an inappropriate relationship with a teenage girl.
Donald's campaign is showing off some court documents claiming that James Fishback had a relationship with a 16-year-old girl. Gulf Coast News chief political reporter Dave Elias is investigating that claim tonight.
Yeah, Peter, according to this filing, a former employee of the investment executive claims that she had a sexual relationship with him beginning at the age of 17 and alleges that he harassed her. All allegations he is denying.
This is James Fishback. This protection order filed in January by Kenaya Fort claims that he had a romantic relationship with her in 2022 when she was just 17 and he was 27, claiming he explicitly directed to keep the relationship secret.
Let me say that report is completely false.
Fishback and the woman were ultimately engaged after she turned 18. He said on X that she sent this letter saying, quote, "It was an honor being your fiancé and love," after the two broke up. It wasn't, though, until later she claimed the two began a relationship when she was 17.
Here's what I will say. Anyone nowadays can make false accusations. You against me, me against you.
Fort also claimed that Fishback harassed her and filed for a protective injunction in January.
There were 2 lengthy hearings in Tallahassee. After those 2 hearings, a judge fully exonerated me.
A judge heard the matter and found there was not enough evidence to prove any of the accusations. No criminal charges were ever filed.
So I think it's rather interesting this came right before this press conference.
Mr. Fishback, what's with you smashing a 16 or 17-year-old? Can you answer about what's going on with that?
What are you talking about?
All right, so there's like a girl named Kenya Ford. And apparently, I have not talked to her. I haven't talked to a single Epstein victim either. I've never talked to Kanye West, but I know he's a real person too. Never talked to Trump, I know he's a real person.
Sure.
So tell me about Kenya Ford, bro. Why is she saying that you guys slept together when she was 17 and you were 27?
When did she say that?
She said it in court, apparently.
In court?
In court, yeah.
I'm glad it was
Before
in court.
you ran for office.
I'm glad it was in court. What happened? What did the judge say at the end of that court? He dismissed that. It was 7 hours of testimony. You should know that when
it was
something
about
goes
cyber
in court,
stalking, not about smashing when she was a minor. Hey, bro,
you want to listen?
Hey,
bro.
Why is he not answering the question, bro?
I'm happy to answer the question, dude.
Did you smash? Was it missionary? Back shots? What was it?
Listen, I don't want you ever speaking about women in our state like that ever again.
I mean, I don't want you ever smashing girls, teenage girls, in our state ever again. So promise me, never smash a minor again.
Why haven't I been arrested?
I don't know.
Why haven't I been arrested?
I don't know.
You should
Why
be
hasn't
lynched.
Trump been?
You should be lynched.
I should be
about.
Whoa. Race for governor just got a new and already controversial contender. Republican investor James Fishback filing his paperwork in Tallahassee, pitching himself as a, quote, affordability candidate. But it's what he called the Trump-endorsed Byron Donalds that is now making headlines tonight. Capitol reporter For Saunders with the story.
Standing outside the historic Capitol in Tallahassee, James Fishback said he wants an office in the other one.
And I just filed my paperwork with the supervisor of elections right down the street. I'm officially a candidate for governor.
The 30-year-old investor from Madison County says his campaign will mirror and extend the DeSantis era.
Congressman Byron Donalds can't be our next governor because he won't fight for Florida like Ron DeSantis has. I will.
But right out of the gate, Fishback seems to have stirred controversy, saying this about the GOP frontrunner, Congressman Byron Donalds, a black man.
Byron Donalds is a slave. I'm sorry, he's a slave. He is a slave to his donors. He is a slave to the corporate interests, to the tech bros that want to turn our state into, his own words, a financial capital.
Fishback doubled down later online, writing, quote, Byron Donalds is a slave to his corporate donors. It's the truth. The Donalds campaign didn't address the comment, but said in its
really
own
well-rounded in that debate,
quote,
you know?
Byron Donalds will be Florida's next governor. Anyone running against him is an anti-Trump rhino and will get crushed in the Republican primary.
You're 30 years old. You're jumping into this race with a guy who already has Trump's endorsement, millions and millions of dollars in the bank, probably going to raise more in January when he goes back down to Mar-a-Lago.
This guy's 5'1".
Is this a serious campaign?
It is a very serious campaign. Byron Donalds has been in this race now for 9 months. And as you all know, he is losing in the polls. He is losing to a candidate that you all may know. It's a very firebrand candidate. It's called Undecided.
Fishback says that's his inroad, dismissing criticism that he's a spoiler candidate trying to split Donald's support. He's no stranger to controversy. Fishback's former employer, Greenlight Capital, is currently suing him, claiming he misrepresented and inflated his role at the company to form a competing fund, Azoria Partners. As for his gubernatorial bid,
America is our birthright, and we will never let them steal it from us.
Fishback's populist platform includes blocking AI data centers, stopping Wall Street and foreign home buyers, abolishing property taxes on homesteads, and cracking down on H-1B hiring.
I am going to be working for you. No more of this great replacement. No more of this getting fired and replaced by foreigners. We are going to stand up for Floridians. We're going to put Florida first, and we're not going to apologize for it.
Fishback, who's never voted in a primary, is now asking Floridians to choose him as the Republican to succeed DeSantis. And the governor's endorsement will be a big get. But it remains unclear who might actually get it, with DeSantis' own lieutenant governor still mulling a run.
Fishback says his next step is touring all 67 counties. He's going to want to do some fundraising, too, because you cannot win elections in Florida without a war chest of funds behind you.
Israel to sign a hate speech law for Florida.
If you look at the statutory definition of anti-Semitism here in Florida, it actually says that criticizing the Jewish state, that would be Israel, holding them to a double standard, denying them
It's against the law to criticize Israel.
Yes. So if you're a college student at FSU and you're having a good faith debate, and one of you says Netanyahu is a war criminal, you could literally be punished and expelled from your taxpayer-funded university.
Why would DeSantis, who is smart, if nothing, not a warm person, obviously, but he's definitely not stupid, why would he go along with something like that?
It's a great question.
I thought he liked DeSantis, right?
Yesterday, the United States Congress voted to merge our military with Israel's military. This may be the last straw for American sovereignty. You don't merge a military that is ours with a foreign country's military, because our focuses are not theirs, our strategic priorities are not theirs, our moral red lines are not theirs. And by theirs, I don't just mean Israel's, I mean any other foreign country. The idea of sovereignty is that Americans decide what happens in America, that American elected officials decide what happens to the American military, not the interests, not the allegiances, not the alliances of a foreign country. This is a disgrace to the United States of America. Our founding fathers are rolling over in their graves thinking that when we should be celebrating 250 years of independence, we have surrendered the very struggle for independence.
It just keeps getting worse.
To intertwine ourselves, perhaps irrevocably, with a foreign nation, a foreign military, and a foreign allegiance. It's no surprise that my opponent in the race for Florida Governor, Byron Donalds, voted yes to merge our two militaries, because he works for foreign interests and I work for you. From here on out, it's not about Republican or Democrat, left versus right. It's about right versus wrong. Republicans voted for this bill to merge our militaries, and Democrats voted for this bill. The traditional, are they a Republican or are they a Democrat? That cannot be the way we decide whether a man or a woman stands for the America First movement. It has to be something greater, something more tangible.
I need to find a big edit of all these clips where, like, we have ominous music that just keeps getting louder.
Work for one nation. I pledge my allegiance for one nation. I was born and I will die in one nation. And from here on out, our credo, our allegiance is not to a party. It is to two words: America first.
Personally, I pig out with a Chipotle slop bowl every other day. No comment. I didn't hear that. Personally.
So.
I think the last one was the worst.
That's why I saved it for last. Hate. You can't just be out here eating Chipotle, bro. What the fuck? All right.
No, Chipotle is going slap or something.
So the problem with this guy that I have is he's Trojan horsey. He's one of those guys that you're supposed to laugh at. You're not supposed to take seriously, but somehow we're in a wacky world right now, you know. So he was up in the polls for a little bit when he first got in. Then he like super masked off like hardcore as fuck right after they hit him with the lawsuit, or not even the lawsuit, but like they started hitting him with the accusations of that underage girl that he had supposedly had sex with but didn't. Which, to be fair to Fishback into discourse, he's right. When you go and look that case up, there was no evidence of it, so he was able to beat the charge.
Was it a fact though that he was engaged to this girl, or that wasn't a fact? It was alleged.
All of that was alleged. All of that wasn't based in reality. They didn't have any evidence that he had. Yeah, they didn't have any evidence that he was even connected with that girl. So to be faithful to him and to the conversation, that was probably a load of baloney. But
right.
What isn't a load of baloney is the shit that he does say out loud. Like saying that Buddy should be lynched.
You should be lynched.
That's wild.
Was crazy. Yo, straight to a black man's face. You should be lynched.
And then I've got okay.
Oh my god!
I said this earlier. I'm not gonna go like crazy into it, but we had a conversation on my Facebook earlier today about James Fishback. And someone had asked me, "Well, who are you voting for?" And before I'm not gonna give you guys the actual answer to that because I don't know right now. It's between Donald's and Jolly to me. But I told her I won't be voting for, and this is like across the board. Anybody that says the words Israel, Gaza, Muslims, Jews, Goy, too often in their candidacy, I'm probably not voting for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if especially if you're running for like Florida governor, and then all I hear about in your fucking in your speeches is like shit that has to do with Tel Aviv. That's definitely not in Florida. I'm probably not fucking voting for you, son. Like, I want... If you come from anywhere else that isn't, like, some political position, I'm not voting for you. If you're, like, some guy coming in from a TV show, or some guy coming in from a movie, or if you're, like, some actor or something, I'm good on all that. I want regular politicians from now on. I want normalcy again. All right? If your fucking campaign... if your campaign's about Jews or Muslims, you're out. Like...
Restore the normalcy.
I want to go back to the status quo. These guys got to go. These guys in the socialist I view as cancers in our society. I don't like either of them. And we're about to talk about the other ones, but I wanted to start here first.
Yeah, they're definitely like the reactionary response to the far left is now we have like a far right that's just conspiratorial and freaking trying to divide the MAGA movement. Or not even the MAGA movement, just trying to divide Republicans in general and just trying to like get as many like fringe Republicans as they can.
Holy shit.
Because it's the James Fishback topic. We finally
oh my
got
God!
him.
I got summoned. Okay, awesome. Yeah, let's talk
Finally
about
got
the.
him.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening in politics a little bit, except that we merged the U.S. military with the Jews, but that's a whole different thing, you know, that we got to fucking talk about. I'm sure. Other than that, it's business as usual. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I haven't been here. It's just been so predictable. It's been boring. Been busy and it's boring.
Listen,
what's up?
We found ways to have entertaining episodes.
Oh, I know we can make it entertaining, but the global events themselves are just like, I'm tired of this.
Well,
you know.
okay, so it's. I'm actually kind of happy that you showed up.
Yeah.
Because we're on the James Fishback topic, and
oh, this shit show.
I know that you've been a fan.
Huge. Number one.
So I'm gonna give you, because we just sat here being super all-time negative. We went through a bunch of clips with him. We went. I was super faithful in the beginning, but it got worse and worse and worse. I've given my summary
we started
of
with
it.
the moderate clips.
Yeah, we started with some moderate ass clips, and then we
Okay,
then
play
we
me the
ended
clips.
with-
Let's run through the clips.
No,
Let's
no,
run
no,
through
no,
the
no,
clips.
no, no. I don't want to run through the clips again because we just played them. Now
Okay, so basically,
unless
the
they're important
beginning
to
was
what
like
you're-
some nice conservative stuff.
Yeah. We started
and then the end
on
was
his
like-
debate on BPD.
Look, I just want to say, by the way, I don't agree with Fishback on anything because he comes off as way too political crusader. Like he's a fucking Jesus fuck. He's playing the Crusades, like.
Okay.
And it's a little crazy because like now you know he posted today, by the way, that you know they're having a baby and they posted the sonograms and it's like, bro, you're trying too hard because you just married this chick during the campaign. Now you knocked her up. Now it looks like a shotgun wedding, and it's just like this young, like Melania type, like you know she's foreign girl. Like I don't know where the fuck she came from, but whatever. Good for you. She's cute.
It's a mail order bride.
Just trying too hard on that aspect, right? So like I don't agree with everything Fishback, but
okay, yeah,
when it comes to the policies. When it comes to
I wanted this out of you. I want the positive spin of James Fishback.
Well,
from
for
a
me,
James
let's start.
Fishback
You really narrow it down to a couple like key things. One, the whole data center thing, and Byron Donald's like letting that shit happen. I want absolute ban, and he's the only candidate saying I am absolutely banning this in the state of Florida. All right, so that's one. Two.
I'm gonna ask you about that in a second, but let's keep going.
He's super anti-flock camera, like also totalitarian ban, which for me that's a non-negotiable with the other candidates. Like just the whole mass surveillance thing, and it's becoming normalized, and police are abusing it already, obviously, because if you had a magical fucking seeing eyeglass that sees everything happening at all times, why didn't you want to fucking pry into it, right? Fucking insane. So he's banned, non-negotiable, right? He's the only candidate I've heard talk about absolutely dismantling the FWC because it's full of developers. It's a fucking joke. Like, that's why the Everglades are in the state that they're in. So, yeah, wow, that sounds a little liberal me there, but he's the only one that, you know, fucking has even mentioned that. So, non-negotiable. That complete dub.
I think David Jolly's also made a mention of something.
Maybe. And you know what? I'm going to say right now, I personally believe Byron still has the best chance to win because there's a lot of fucking retards out there, and it's Florida, so the majority are retard boomers, so exponential retards. Now, the only window of opportunity, because you know, endorsed by Trump, blah blah blah, no one does their research, no one gives a shit. You're just gonna vote for the fucking popular guy.
You're gonna go for the MAGA candidate if you're MAGA.
Right. Yes, fucking full brain retard. My only saving grace, and I think Fishback's only path, is that he needs all these things to happen, by the way, all right? So it's a lot. It's one of those, like, you know, has to hit all the parlay legs. He needs the young vote to come out in droves.
Something I've literally said for the longest time. Everyone just follows sensationalism.
So he needs the young crowd to fucking come out, which is going to be already hard on its own, right? You know, like, because it's a locked in.
It's getting easier and easier.
It's getting a little, yeah. Time benefits the younger generation rather than the fucking boomers. It's fucking go away. So he needs that to happen. He also needs to just hope, and I know this is going to be a fucking out of left field, that the boomers are more racist than they are ignorant. And I don't think anyone's mentioned this too. I keep thinking about it. I keep thinking about it. I see it online, and no one on the internet has mentioned this. And I feel like it's a very important missing point. Byron is black. Like, I don't know how else to sugarcoat it.
Hold on. You're not wrong about that.
Byron is very well spoken black.
No, I understand that, and that's why I personally call him the Kamala that the Republicans picked, because he is literally just Republican Kamala.
The intelligence span there is incredible. Okay, if you're like
the bar is really low, though. The bar. Think of how low the bar is. You know, like Byron's doing better than Kamala intellect-wise, but like, what are we really talking here? He's just following. He's just a script follower. It's just the problem with Byron. He doesn't have any policies or anything that he holds. He's just bought and paid for. He's a figurehead, and that's where all the AIPAC money comes into play too. That we jump into. I didn't even mention. See, look, I made this compelling argument. I didn't even mention AIPAC yet, right? So like, mostly non-negotiable. I would always prefer the non-AIPAC candidate because there's so few of them, right? Like, it almost doesn't exist. And the events that happened today with the merging of the militaries, that they just kind of swept under the rug. Like, no, bro, that's too much. That's too much. Why? If the public already has conspiracy theories about Israel, why would you do the most fucking thing that feeds them? Except you probably don't care and it's fucking real. Like, it's just like, it blows my mind the events that happen sometimes. So that's why, 100% on Fishback. 200% on Fishback. Byron's bullshit. In fact, if Byron wins, which again, I'm telling you, like, all stars need to align. So if Byron makes it through, I'm not voting in the general. Like, I'm just not doing it because I'm not voting for the Democrat, but I am not voting for Byron. Like, they can both eat my dick. Whatever happens to Florida after that,
our military got merged.
And I'll say that if the Democrat wins, it probably won't even be that big of a deal. Because you know what? When it comes to establishment candidates, nothing ever fucking changes.
That's a slender. That's actually a topic tonight. So we'll get there. We've actually got Charles. So we can get there. I mean, if you want, we can bump it up before we get to, because the way I had this organized is I was gonna show both extremes and then talk about the problem.
Okay. It's up to you how you want to do it.
Yeah, we'll get to the Israel military update in a second. But
fucking joke.
Okay, Charles.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. Have you looked into Jolly?
No, not even. I haven't gotten that. Like, I would do that, when we get to the general. I just don't. I'm under the assumption that all Democrats are fuking commie fucking America haters at this point. Like, I'm sorry.
Let me put you on game real quick because it's an inch on the Democrat side of the Florida governor race. It is actually pretty interesting. The leading candidate is a guy named Jolly.
It's a one-man show. Democrats don't have multiple candidates. Like, there's not too many of them.
This guy is not a true Democrat. He's a Republican that defected because he didn't fuck with MAGA or Trump policies.
Well, that's stupid of him.
He at first was an independent for a little while after that, but in order to run, he, I guess, understood that it's a two-party system.
Already, Monkey, I just want to already know that. Okay, so then there's at least a reasonable assumption here that he's not one of these. So he's not an AOC, right? He's not a
he's
not a Tim Wolf.
He's a like the person that he gets described to the most. The what they call him on the Republican side is Charlie Crist 2.0.
Oh, jeez. So, okay. So, see, this is why I'm not that worried if the Democrat wins then, okay? Because if the Democrat wins, he sounds very establishment-like, and nothing ever happens. And it's just more fucking of the usual bullshit. So, like, if it's going to be the usual bullshit, I just don't give a shit. Like, it's just everyone freaks out about this and that. But
the
it's
reason why I like this candidate so much is because his like campaign isn't based in
because
in Israel, you know.
Okay, because all right, so this Jolly guy obviously this again the bar is very low, right? So like
it is. He's gonna win the fuck out of his primary because his opponents are brainless. That's I know
so
why.
if
he
you're
went
a Democrat and you haven't fallen to the Hassan terrorist propaganda, then the bar is so low that makes you look so reasonable. Like, yeah, I'm sure he's whatever. He's Mr. Establishment Jolly, whatever.
Yeah, he's your regular degular Dem pick. Well, not even a Dem pick. He's just your regular degular.
He's the Biden pick.
Yeah, he's the Biden pick.
He's the Biden pick.
He's the Biden pick. Now, the reason why I like that so much is because we've got either the Groiper pick, which is what I'm calling Fishback, the MAGA pick, or on the other side of the ball, the Hassan picks.
Yeah, the Hassan. Florida's too smart for Hassan picks.
When you're sitting in 4th and 15.
Okay.
You punt.
Yeah.
Picking Jolly is punting. And we are on 4th and 15, dude. Like, it's not looking good. I don't have a trick play to get us out of this position. I don't want to lose the game. I'd just rather punt with Jolly, bro. Like, punt until we get some better candidates. Like,
yeah, I mean, for me, the main election is the primary. Who comes out of that is like changes everything.
Yeah, I see me going Jolly because I feel
no,
like
I mean, again, Dems don't even have a fucking competition. It's just him.
No, I'm talking.
I haven't even heard of the other clowns.
I'm talking about in the Republican side, like they're
It's
either
a two-horse race.
they're either gonna get Donalds or Fishback, and I think in neither one of those I'm gonna pick Jolly. I don't know if Jolly will win against Donalds. I think Jolly can beat Fishback. I don't think Jolly can beat
the other way
Donalds.
around.
Here's the reason why I say that. MAGA has lost a lot of ground in a lot of places. Florida ain't one of them. There's way too many people here that are diehard.
That's
Trump,
why. Okay, yes,
diehard
I agree.
MAGA.
Yes. But when it comes to Byron, I feel like their main issue, besides MAGA, might be he's a. And if they're MAGA, they still hate the Dems more. So like, they're gonna still vote Republican. I'm just saying.
That's why I feel like again because of his "I used to be Republican" thing, Jolly's got an edge on Fishback. I just don't think Jolly's got the edge on Donalds because that would be the MAGA guy. If the MAGA guy wins the primary, MAGA guy is going to win the election.
Well, remember, MAGA guy is also black.
Oh yeah, okay, so he's got a bonus on top of that.
Not in Florida.
Yeah. No, you're wrong about that, Charles. You're wrong about that. There's a lot of black MAGA in Florida, bro.
Yeah, I understand that. Yes. Yeah, there is. But not really like one to move an election into. There's a lot more white MAGA. That's all I'm saying. There's a lot of white MAGA.
Is going to do exactly what the president wants them to do. Vote for Byron Donalds. I'm telling you.
They're so stupid.
Go that way.
Yeah, I mean that's why I think it's the most likely thing to happen. But God,
no, it is the most likely because, like I said, MAGA has lost a lot of ground in a few places where they were the strongest. But Florida,
not in Florida.
Ron DeSantis, Florida, this isn't the state that they lost any ground. If anything, they gained ground in this state.
We'll see. We'll see how it plays out.
Well, take a look at the maps. The newly redrawn maps with the two little specks of blue in the whole state.
Now, we did a bunch of James Fishback, which was the extreme on the right. Now I want to present an issue on the left.
Income terrorist clip.
So, Charles, have you heard what happened between Destiny and Hassan?
A little bit, yeah.
So,
Actually, you know what? No, I know. Actually, not even a little bit. A lot of it. I remember. I did watch the Asman recap of that. That's actually fucking hilarious.
So they had a convention. It was the Democrats, or the College Democrats of America convention over
Commies of America, whatever. Yeah.
I think this was in Iowa. I'm not 100%, but whatever. At a very, it was all booked early, organized early, but a very late announcement by Hassan's camp that he was going to speak there. Mobilize DGG and Destiny to go and attend the event, and they were planning on when Hassan was done speaking and he would do a Q&A, they were planning on pushing on his on whatever he was saying in his speech. They were basically going to go and try to debate Hassan because Hassan likes to run from Destiny in debates. So Hassan had figured this out because Destiny's streaming, Darius is streaming, a lot of DGG is streaming, and they're all up and down the convention talking with people and shit like that. So Hassan figures this out and he makes the boss call and has Destiny and DGG removed from the event before he shows up to have his speech in a Mao Zedong costume.
That's so fucking great. Again, by the way. Again.
And then he doesn't have that Q&A at the end because he's afraid that DGG might still be in the building. Since this had happened, a bunch of Democrats went up on X and a couple of podcasts and have admonished the decision made by the college Democrat vice president that threw Destiny out. For one, even having Hassan there, but two, kicking out a liberal, kicking out your typical establishment fucking Democrat liberal for a commie socialist. Which is indicative, I think, of a bigger conversation that I want to have about the left.
Actually, thank you. You said that. I actually wanted to ask your dad, Rick. Did you ever envision the Democrats getting taken over by the commies? Like, from your point of view, you're older than us. You've seen more. Why? Like, how does it look like from your point of view that the Democrats have been taken over by commies?
He saw. If you ask him,
I saw this coming years ago.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Years ago, I saw this coming. I was telling my mom this.
He has mentioned it multiple times on this podcast.
He's been sounding the alarm, like he's fucking bunch of fucking commies.
It's not just Rick. It's like all my life growing up in Miami. You hear over the decades, every person
true, so true.
Everyone that survived communism, and will tell you the Democrats are communists, and you'd be like, no, they're not, because back in the day it wasn't.
Yeah, back in the day you'd be like, no, they're compelling. They care for people. The Republicans are just greedy.
He would say like, no, they can't possibly do this here. Yeah, they fucking are, Mom.
They're doing it. They're doing it. Yeah, they're doing it.
This country will never allow communism.
I used to be a liberal, and I used to laugh at the Cubans. I'd be like, "Oh, the Democrats are communists." But now it's like you can't even deny it. They're saying it like outright. Like they're not hiding the ball. They're not hiding the ball. They're just full blown communists now.
Dude, they lost Van Jones was talking shit.
Yeah, no, Van Jones was defending Destiny against
They lost
Hassan.
Van Jones. That's how far left they've gone already.
Holy shit!
So the Destiny Hassan thing is a meme, but honest to God truth, it really is the mapping of the actual Democrat Party problem. Like, Destiny is your establishment Dem. I like fucking sometimes I like Biden, I like Pelosi, I like Chuck Schumer, I like the establishment, I like governmental systems of the Democrats. Like, he is your guy if you're a Democrat. Like, he is your establishment fucking Democrat. And then on the other side of the ball, you have got the guys skinwalking Democrats. They're the guys that think that Hamas is a freedom fighting force, not a terrorist organization. Hezbollah are just innocent people fighting for their land.
You got a guy in a fucking uniform talking in college.
Oh wait! You know which one? You know what's my favorite one? Hezbollah isn't evil. It's Israel that's making them do it.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Well, you hear that same ideology take shape in many different forms. It's like when like ghetto black people make horrible choices, and they're like, "Oh, it's because the CIA and the white man." It's like, "Oh, really? So white
This man's been
supremacy is
watching
making
police
you
body cam videos. Don't worry, bud. So have I. They've been great.
The issue that we're having, and what I don't like, is the indoctrination camps of the Democrat Party, which are these universities.
They start. Joke's on you, buddy. They start before the university. They
They're-
start at public school. They already got your ass.
They're really embedded, and they're changing their goalposts to be more terrorist friendly.
Well, yeah, that's why we have to get rid of them all like fields of work that
And
they
now-
might have any influence over others.
And now here's my big issue, and I'm gonna tell it as a Destiny fan, then I'll explain why this is a Democrat.
You're a Destiny fan.
Yeah, I'm a DGG. I'm a big DGGer. I'm always going to be on the side of Destiny. So, the issue that I have when it comes to Destiny and Hassan is Destiny has been trying to get Hassan to debate him for the longest on Israel, Palestine, and a few other things.
That's never happened.
And Hassan will, because he knows that he will get his ass kicked in that debate.
That's the same reason Byron won't debate.
Will
Imagine
do
that.
Everything
Fucking
and anything to get out of that debate.
Why didn't Destiny debate Charlie?
Destiny did debate Charlie. Charlie actually gave Destiny a headache. But yes, Destiny has debated Charlie before. Charlie Kirk came from the circle Destiny basically created. Like, Destiny created this circle of gamers turned into politician or political pundits. And in that circle was the debate bro sphere, and Charlie Kirk was involved in that debate bro sphere. He was on Twitch in panels with Destiny, with Hassan, with like Charlie's debated all these guys. And the debate with Charlie and Destiny, granted Destiny was a lot younger when he debated Charlie, but and he was still in his good faith mode. Like, he doesn't have a good faith mode anymore, but Charlie gave him a headache. That's why I like Charlie so much. Charlie gave Destiny a headache. But regardless of that, getting back on the topic, we can't get Hassan to debate Destiny because he knows that he'll probably end up losing that fucking debate. He's not equipped to do that. So the bigger problem with that, in my opinion, is that's just a thing. That's not just Destiny v Hassan. None of these cunt fucks want to sit and actually have a debate with the establishment left about their crazy terrorist fucking supporting shit. Like they do not want to have that conversation. What they want to do, which I find incredibly ironic, by the way, what they want to do is just force their way into the Democratic Party and turn everybody against the establishment and say, fuck these guys and bury them and don't listen to them anymore. No time of day. We're not talking to them, blah, 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 blah. That's not good.
And also they hate America. That's kind of
worried
the core
about
of their fucking
society.
Yeah.
Because if society accepts that kind of mentality, we're in trouble.
Well, it's scary, but at the same time, I'm kind of not too worried because the way they're going, the whole Democratic Party is going to eat itself. It's going to cannibalize.
It's kind of great to watch because I'm like, now anybody even like moderately left, I'm like, so you're right wing now?
John Thune asked fucking Fetterman to caucus with the fucking Republicans. What?
He should, because he's a moderate Democrat. Those don't exist.
Right.
That's insane.
Yeah, because the radical left is claiming
you're politically exiled if you're a fucking moderate Democrat. You better come to the right or it's over, buddy. You're gonna get burned in the stake.
You know, this is why you had in the Destiny saga a Red Pill arc, because he identified that too. That he's getting.
Destiny at this point, you might as well be a Republican, buddy. It's over. It's over, bud. Welcome.
See that wing of the party that's against Israel so bad, winning any elections, bro.
See, this is my big. I'm glad that we got here. I'm glad Dad said that because I presented these two things as the first two topics because I wanted to get to the bigger conversation, and we're finally here. We finally got here. I am really, really bothered. Hold on, let me get my. Where is it? Yeah, here we go. I am really fucking bothered with the Israel Jew hate in this country, okay? I feel like it is some bullshit that we all of a sudden in the last 2 years decided fuck Israel out of nowhere when we all were pretty fucking established that they were an ally of us. And I just feel like it's like popular now all of a sudden on either side of the ball to just hate Jews.
Well, again, people are stupid. The problem is, you know how this all happened? It's actually Israel's own fault. They created an atmosphere that they were beyond criticism. You couldn't talk bad about it, right? And then all of a sudden, people it becomes mainstream to see like, oh yeah, because people are too stupid to realize that all the politicians have been paid by, like all the AIPAC stuff has been going on for like fucking decades. And everyone now all of a sudden fucking figures this out, and then all of a sudden it seems like a giant conspiracy theory. And it's just like, then shit like this with the military happens, so like it only accelerates things. So like at the end of the day, let's be real. If we just treated Israel like every other ally, especially like how Trump treats our ass.
But
he's just fucking shit talks these motherfuckers and says I'm gonna put embargoes or whatever fucking tariffs on you. But notice how there's always like the exception for Israel. It's like, here's my best friend, here's my fucking bestie. So at the end of the day, like, this is why people are riled up about specifically that. It's not the answer to everything. It's not the Jews, they're not the reason for everything, right? Like, people are just fucking stupid. But at the end of the day, there is too much influence compared to other people, and people have very much right to be upset about that.
I think that's not 100% true. One. But two, Israel isn't a regular ally. So, of course, they're going to be treated atypical. Like, they are one of our only Western-influenced allies in the region.
In the Sand region, yes. We understand that. But, like, we're cool with the Saudis these days, Saudis,
Saudis, but they're not.
barely.
But they're
for
yeah,
now.
we just got there, and Saudis ain't westernized.
They did.
Yeah,
The Israelites
but
are
that could change.
I believe it
westernized.
goes back to our
And that could
Christian
change at any moment.
Judeo values.
And that could change at any moment. Once the monarchy goes down, if let's say if the monarchy goes down in Saudi Arabia, the Muslim Brotherhood could take over, and then now we just have another Muslim Brotherhood country to deal with.
That might be true, but I think they're too smart for that. They like money too much.
the
They don't
reason-
they don't like being poor and bombed. So I think that's where their priorities lie.
The reason they're that's so significant though, Charles, and why that's so atypical our relationship with them is currently as since 9/11, that is our main enemy is the people in the East. Like those are the guys that other than Russia, we're still not over the Cold War, so Russia's always going to be our number one enemy for some fucking reason. But
And China.
Yeah, but China's like our best. China's like the love-hate thing. It's
China,
fine.
yeah,
China's
China's like an annoying big brother little brother relationship. It's
Yeah,
not,
yeah,
It's not
exactly.
the same
If
shit
they
as
take-
Russia.
If they take Taiwan, they're gonna fuck us out of chips.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Just
I
because
don't
again,
either.
we like
I
to
hope-
circle jerk
yeah.
with China. I don't think they'll do something to like destabilize what we both got going on right now. Like we both got a good shit right now. They're not gonna fuck with it. They're not gonna do something like that.
I agree with that, but
China also likes money. That's the thing.
When
The
discussing-
countries that like money more than their religion, they kind of just tend to be
I mean,
chill.
I only bring up China as an adversary because they're technically fucking with us through the algorithms of TikTok, just like rotting everybody's brain.
Yeah,
with,
but
like,
we're
the
guilty of doing that
anti-Semitism.
too. So like, can we
With
really
the-
blame them?
with the American?
Yeah, like the Russians do that too. Like we all do it to each other. It's just you got to be above it.
now when discussing Israel though,
We get hit by propaganda from our
Out of-
country,
out
other
of-
countries. It's just every.
out of all of our allies, all of them, Israel is the one that is most commonly in war. They're always at war.
Yeah, I wonder fucking why. Maybe don't fucking fight everybody, bro.
Well, the reason
Because they've
that's
been fighting a
so,
fucking 3,000-year war and made it our problem. Like
the
fuck
reason that's
Christ.
so the reason that's so interesting to us, and this will kind of segue into the Israel topic on the docket, is because that they're at war so damn often, they're always upgrading their technology and they're always bettering their intelligence.
Is this whole thing gonna end with why we should merge with these people or no?
No,
It might.
the
I mean, that might be an
merging the merging is a misnomer. We're not merging our militaries. Like that's not how that's working out.
Yes, they're not going to be frontline U.S. and Israel holding hands together. Yes, I understand.
Matter of fact, hold on, I got you because
Look, we're basically giving them more clearance, and I don't like that.
here.
Military with Israel. Okay, that's the online fake narrative.
They
Want to
are
hear the truth? Our
technically
military already does a lot of defense cooperation with Israel through joint missile defense programs, exercises, intelligence sharing, etc. And all Section 219 of this year's NDAA does is create an executive agent, so one person in the Pentagon to manage all this coordination. Well, no other country has a comparable executive agent in our DoD, and according to the text, this agent will be tasked with, among other things, integrating Israeli technology into U.S. systems and promoting joint training exercises. Before passage, the House did approve two amendments. Removing the 4 times Section 219 uses the word integration. Changing a single word doesn't remove the underlying objective. But again, the stuff this agent will do is already being done with Israel, as it is with many of our allies, except right now it's discombobulated with each section of the military coordinating with Israel on its own. This will
with nobody else.
streamline the coordination and
You
make
know what they should
oversight
have done? You wanted it not to be a fucking problem? Integrate with everybody else. You should have done like a sign up. Every country that wanted to integrate, come and integrate, because this is fucking.
But
Israel is the best.
Well, you know what? He's going to cover
more
that. though.
consistent and easier. It gives one and only one foreign country a uniquely institutionalized place inside the Pentagon. This executive agent will be an American chosen by our DoD, with the express
What
duty
does
to
that
embed
even
U.S.-Israeli
mean?
cooperation
An
more
American,
deeply into our
bro.
military, which will make the relationship harder for future administrations to unwind. Like if Israeli AI is embedded into our jets or our defense systems using Israeli radar, we become dependent on that. We do military business with many of our allies, and in many ways we're all codependent, but the fact is Israel's our one ally ally who is constantly at war. Therefore, they're constantly innovating and using our technology in the real world. Therefore, a more special type of cooperation makes sense with them, as they have more to share with us than many countries who stay on the sidelines and let us protect them. Let's not forget, after 9/11 in Afghanistan, it was the UK, Canada, Australia, and many NATO countries who sent troops alongside ours to die for America. Israel didn't. So don't give me this, they're the best ally type shit. Well, post 9/11, the U.S. needed cooperation from Muslim majority countries, and Israel getting involved would have threatened that, so many think them not being involved with strategic planning on our part. Nice excuse, but now it's a non-NATO country who has a net negative approval rating by Americans, who is every day more and more hated by the rest of the world, maybe because their military just committed a genocide. It's them who get a permanent seat, and Benjamin Netanyahu has been writing letters to Congress members thanking them for supporting his plan. Well, yeah, his plan to draw down U.S. financial military support to Israel while maintaining a mutually beneficial relationship where our militaries can innovate together. This will make America more safe, and in no way does it give away any command or control of our military operations, personnel, or equipment. No, it'll simply make it harder to disentangle from Israel, because now, yes, even if a future government cuts funding to them, Israel has found a way to have an institutionalized seat within our military. Again, it's an American merely overseeing coordination with them. We're blowing this way out of proportion. Yeah, I don't think so.
We got Americans more fucking loyal to Israel than people in Israel. Shut the fuck up, bro.
I love you, Charles.
He repeated that like 2 to 3 times, like if that was a fucking magical fucking one line. Like, oh yeah, don't worry, it's an American, bro. Yeah, cool, bro.
It isn't atypical for America to have joint ops.
It's just so fucking retarded, man. It's just like, why now? Like, you fucking don't even try to put it to any type of fucking vote. Like, why now? Yeah, because again, they're always at war, right? So like, what's the why now? Fucking number one warmongers.
Charles, we're on the border of Iran still, dude.
Oh, and you know who fucking fault that is? What you mean? What? That one, no. You know what? I will take okay, it's not Israel's fault about everything, but that one is.
Okay,
we didn't share this shit pot.
So does Israel make them say death to America?
This is why I can't do. This is why not fully. This is why Trump pisses me off sometimes. Because why, man? You were doing so well, and then you use some establishment dumb cuck shit like this. And it's actually, and then the problem is that he goes the extra mile, bro. Because Obama and Biden and all these other fucking retards, they'll pussyfoot with Iran to keep everyone fucking happy, and then actually, get nothing really done. Just either misallocate money or get a fucking few people killed, but not like a whole full scale debacle, right? But Trump, being Trump, God bless him, just went fucking balls deep, and because he went fucking balls deep. Now we're in this fucking circle jerk. Oh, maybe we're fighting them. Maybe we're not fighting them. Maybe we have a deal. Maybe we don't have a deal. My fucking gas is $4. Fuck you. You were criticizing Biden for that. And you know what?
How is that Israel's fault if we have a long?
Oh my God! The threat of the fucking nuclear bullshit.
Right, we have a long line of evidence.
Israel, that threatens everybody.
No, we have a long line of evidence since before this whole October 7th thing and the Israel thing, where Trump just got a hard-on for Iran. So how much of that is Israel manipulation, and how much is Iran just Trump's got a beef with Iran?
No, it's both. You see, yeah, of course Israel knows how Trump is. Come on, bro. You think they tried very hard? No, bro. It's still at the end of the day, again, fucking proof is proof, but I personally believe, based on the events that occurred, that they are the instigators. However, it didn't take a lot of convincing.
How is it?
He's had
how
a
is
hard
it Israel's
on
fault?
Trump has had a hard on for fucking Iran since the 80s, bro. Since the 80s.
Yeah, and also, how is it Israel's fault that Muslim jihadists want to just kill everyone that's not Muslim?
Yeah.
Not just that. No. It's something more than that.
Listen, what's going to happen?
To me, that's the core of it.
I'm about to give a DG.
What's going to happen in the next 2 to 3 days is Israel and the United States are going to bomb the fuck out of these people to provide air support for the people on the ground that take their fucking shit back from the IRGC.
Bro, the craziest part too that I would have been on board and like I would have stayed on board if we had like kept up the momentum that we did when we first fucking attacked them. Like we're just gonna fucking triple bunker bust these bitches.
I mean, I agree.
Fuck them up and wrap up shop.
I agree with
kill
that.
all the leaders, drone them all dead.
Yeah,
fucking
We
that's
should
it.
have
There
never,
is no next in line because you killed them all. If we would have
word
fucking
on
done that in the
that
first
is
3
that
weeks,
The word on that is
we
that
should have
they
never
were
prolonged
giving-
this.
They were giving the Iranian people time to get their shit together to go take these motherfuckers out.
Can I ask a question though, Pops? When does that ever fucking work? We tried that. We
Nobody's
tried
ever
that.
tried it before.
No, we tried that with Playa Girón and it failed.
No, dude. That shit was that whole Bay of Pigs shit was fucked up before it even started, bro. That Bay of Pigs shit's nothing to what's gonna happen.
We've tried that with Cuba. We've tried that with Haiti. We've tried that with Iraq. We've tried that in Afghanistan.
No, we didn't. We went in with Iraq. We went in with Afghanistan. We put soldiers on the ground.
No, we
didn't.
tried to create insurgencies.
Right, but no. What we're trying to do is let those people take their fucking country.
Yeah, which is that's
We're
creating
just
an.
gonna offer
We're
them-
trying to create an insurgency.
We're just gonna offer.
not very
them
good at it.
The support that they need to fucking get they got the munitions apparently that they need now to get their fucking ground shit going.
Do
bro.
you have faith that those guys actually have the munitions needed?
No, yeah, exactly. Bro, every time there's a new succession guy, it's another IRGC fucking nut
Here's
job.
my big issue with that practice, Pops, is they're banking on a civilization. They've done this a few times. They did it with Iraq. They're banking on a civilization that's been starved for decades. So, like, what guns are they going to come up with?
I mean, they have Resla Pavlovi. What's it gonna take to get Resla Pavlovi back in the fucking chair?
And then Iran's got this ability to actually hide their capability. They've got a way to hide their power level. It's the best way to put that. You keep saying, "Well, we've totally annihilated all their shit," and then the next day
They're
we're
fucking
fighting
roaches,
with them again,
bro. They're
and they're
fucking
fucking
roaches.
shooting our ships with something.
The next
With something.
The next target's probably going to be all that enriched uranium down there.
I get that, but
They
like
pull rockets out of their
the
ass.
reason why Charles has gone so far that now he's a fishback candidate.
Oh my god, no that.
And the reason why Chris has gone so far that like he just wants like undying Israel loyalty because he just wants to see an end to this shit is because this shit was supposed to end in a month and it didn't.
You're right.
Yeah, that didn't help.
If we
So
would've
now
listened to Israel, it
everybody's
would've been
gone
done in a month.
fucking crazy.
It's the diplomatic option that never worked.
I'm just,
Told you
bro.
guys it never was going to work.
And and the timing of this bullshit's also the worst because Trump had already been on a streak of L's after the Epstein thing, and then he said, "You know what? You know how I said no new wars? There's kind of a sort of, almost kind of, probably, definitely war."
You know
Like,
what
that is-
though? To be fair to Trump, that is not a new war. That was a dormant war that we had already been.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
That war's
Like,
been going on since 1978, bro.
bro, it's been going on since 2000 BC. Like, let's be fucking real. Like,
Yeah, so I mean, it wasn't
It's
technically
about
a
time
new
we ended
war.
it. It's about time we finish it with a victory for the United States.
Yeah, but they've been killing our soldiers since 1978, bro. I mean, the shit was going to come back someday. Just somebody had to have the balls to do it. And nobody did. Nobody had the balls to do it.
But I have a problem
I'm
with
starting
what-
to see why, though. It's because they're fucking roaches and they can't get rid of them.
Roaches can be exterminated too, bro.
What Sandman just said is why I have an issue with it. Timing. I didn't want this to happen before the midterms.
On the way out, maybe. Then you know what? Then it's too soon, bro. There's still two fucking more years of this shit.
In your last couple years of presidency, once we've got the midterms solidified and we have everything pretty much set in stone of where we're going, like, then all right, pick the fight. But this is where I agree with Charles that there was a little bit of Israel manipulation involved in this. It's too soon, dude. Like, this could have happened after midterms. No one was going anywhere. No nuke was going to get dropped before the midterms, dude. I'm confident in that.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Now we have, like Charles said, MAGA took a bunch of L's in the public eye for Epstein.
The thing is that none of us here on this podcast have the intelligence that these people have. So we don't really know how long it was going to be until they made a nuclear weapon.
Oh,
listen, Bill O'Reilly, that's fine, but I can tell patterns.
Dude, listen,
I'm pretty
it's
sure
not
that
Bill
wasn't
O'Reilly,
coming.
it's a fact. If you got 60% enriched uranium, that to 90% is nothing.
They weren't going to drop that nuke before midterms.
That nuke was coming 30 years, bro. Like, that's just... That nuke's been fucking...
Because once you built the nuke, then you had to figure out how to launch the nuke. You know?
Yeah, because you don't have allies named China and Russia.
How did that work for Korea? They've got nukes and they're still trying to fucking chuck up through the ocean with their civilization because they ain't got no way to launch it. They're best friends with China and fucking Russia. What do you mean?
The thing is, again, you got to remember, China and Russia are not interested in fucking everything up. Because if not, Russia would have nuked Ukraine if they really wanted to fuck things up. They're not interested in that, bro. They're just trying. Everyone's trying to get their bread at the end of the day.
I don't truly. You know why I don't truly believe that this is about the fucking nuclear capability of Iran? Because we're not balls deep in Korea right now. And they have nuclear capability. Like, they flaunt it all the time. They pull their dicks out every other fucking whatever Korean New Year, and then go and fucking carry the fucking nuke out with their fucking 500 million slave army. Like, look at us, we've got a nuke. And they chuck it out in the fucking middle of the ocean, and then fucking say, look, we got nuclear capability. But
that's nice, North. That's nice, Korea. That's nice.
But we're not up in fucking Korean shit right now. Iran hasn't even the bomb yet. Forget the fucking...
Korea's population isn't yelling death to America.
They are, but they have to. But they have to.
North Korea does. North Korea does. They have songs about wanting to kill us and shit.
They
make
have
little children
to.
sing songs.
It's not that they want to. They have to, bro. In North Korea, they think that fucking their soccer team is like 18-time World Cup champions. You understand this, right? Like, they're fucking cracked over there. They're not allowed to think different. They'll be shot and killed. Like, yes, they hate us over there. Absolutely. Like, they can't stand us over there.
Why haven't they taken out South Korea?
Because, again,
they're starving. Because they're fucking starving.
They're retarded. They starved their army. They're retarded. South Korea's over here in the land of, like, freedom and technology. North Korea's rubbing sticks together in communism. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I've heard.
But Iran is the same thing. It's even worse.
No, Iran wants to take over the world, bro. Period.
So does Korea.
Guys, I've heard the North Koreans have to turn in their poop. That the government comes and collects their poop to use for manure.
That is factual.
Yeah. That's how bad the communism has gotten in North Korea. They can't keep their own poop. Their poop is public property for the government.
That's insanity. I didn't even know that, but that's insanity. No,
yeah.
Like, what?
And then if you don't have poop to turn in, they start to question you. They're like, what'd you do with the poop? Huh? You're trying to grow your own shit? How dare you?
I think because of the stupid fucking Iran thing and the fucking Gaza thing.
Buc-ee's is offering 6-figure careers, no degree necessary. Cool. 6 figures to go work at Buc-ee's. Your favorite place there, right?
That place is amazing.
It is.
You know, we're getting one like 2 hours north of us, right?
They're saving the world, dude.
We need one.
Right, we're getting one like was it like somewhere like in up north of Palm Beach, somewhere around Jupiter or something.
So
I know there's one in St. Augustine and one in Daytona.
Yeah.
No,
but they're building one definitely like south of Orlando, which is going to be great.
What are they building?
A Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
Oh.
Buc-ee's, also known as Bussies.
Bussy.
Listen, dude, they're the greatest. All right, we are huge Bucky stands on this podcast. All right,
I love capitalism.
Bro, let me tell you, that Buc-ee's floaty got me all through football season.
Listen,
that shit.
I'm gonna say it like this. I don't know what heaven looks like clearly because I haven't gotten there yet. But I would imagine if I were to have pictured it, probably a Buc-ee's. You know, like
there's a Buc-ee's in heaven.
You know, or at least
you could drive your lifted truck from your mansion in heaven to the Buc-ee's and refuel for free.
Sounds amazing. 777 gas pumps.
Dude,
I wonder how come the left hasn't tried to fuck with their logo.
Well, you listen, because even leftists know the beaver is almighty. All right. Let's get the.
CBS News has learned the U.S. military is surging dozens of medics to an American military hospital in Germany.
Anyway.
That's where service members injured in the conflict with Iran are being sent to be treated.
Now, this development comes with other new indications of a U.S. military buildup in the Middle East, as CBS's Natalie Brand reports.
In a sign the conflict with Iran is expanding to the Red Sea, Iranian-backed Houthis claimed responsibility for an attack on Saudi oil tankers there.
The Houthis, frankly, got snookered into this thing by the Iranians.
President Trump warned if the Houthis
now ain't that ironic?
And the U.S. will inflict a major military punishment against Iran and its Houthi allies.
We can't let them have what they want, which is nuclear weapons.
The U.S. is also sending more military equipment to the region, including aerial refuelers that CBS News has confirmed have been deployed to places like Israel. Flight trackers have also shown B-1 bombers leaving bases in the UK.
I would be so happy if I didn't have to hear about Israel in the news for like about a year.
Yo!
Just give me a year. Give me an Israel free. I don't want to hear, like, you can do whatever you want. I just don't want to hear about it for like a year. It'd be great.
I just don't want to hear about nothing from the Middle East for the year.
Yeah, the whole region. Please. Can we do that? No, I know we can't. But, God damn it.
On Capitol Hill, the House voted to direct the president to end the war, while a similar measure failed in the Senate.
We have never been closer to world conflagration involving our sons and daughters.
Oh, shut the fuck up, you sensationalist fucking piece of shit. We are so fucking done with this. Oh my god, the fucking Democrat LARPing. Like, shut the fuck up.
Between the U.S. and Saudi Arabia.
I'm very concerned that it changes the
think about your talking
in the
point.
Middle East, which could
What was the
cause
script?
a nuclear arms race.
The president posted on social media this morning the deal will involve only non-military use, no enrichment. And he said the agreement
Wait,
would be
we're coming with
subject to
another
Saudi Arabia
deal?
joining the
Are we on deal part
Accords
5?
to normalize relations with Israel.
No,
We'll continue to talk with our Saudi counterparts to
Oh,
get
Saudi
the deal
Arabia, no,
finalized and
Saudi,
hopefully
yeah,
see
Saudi,
them join
Saudi
the
would chill.
Abraham Accords
We do
very soon.
WWE
The
there
Saudi
now.
Crown
Like, it's like
Prince
totally
has
like
previously said
capitalized.
that would depend on a roadmap through the House
Like, I
and
know
state.
we ain't beefing with the
Natalie Brand,
Saudis.
CBS News, the White House.
I know we don't have beef with the Saudis as long as we have
You're watching Live Now.
WWE
I'm
events
Austin
there.
Westfall, a live look at the White House. We're getting some breaking.
That's my
Of the
benchmark.
Strap podcast. Hal Kempfer, he's here with me. Hal, this notion of
Here's the other thing: Iran rejects U.S. ceasefire proposal, but Trump will tell you that they're just dying to meet. You know.
Rockies in D.C. visiting in the Oval Office just days
The
ago.
Saudis have to join
Getting a
the
ceasefire
Abraham
proposal from
Accords to
President.
get this, by the way.
I don't see this ending anytime soon. I'm sorry. I know that's depressing to hear.
Such bullshit.
Because I'm depressed. Like, I haven't known a full tank of gas in 3 weeks. It's terrible. Alright? Like, a half a tank is like $60 right now. Like, it's not good.
I didn't see this not pissing me off. I didn't vote for this shit. I voted for the opposite of this shit. I still got the same shit as usual.
I voted for hard line in the Middle East, but like quick. All right, we have
yeah, no, I was fine. Yeah, I was fine if you were gonna do that bullshit. Okay, make it quick. But then you couldn't.
But you know what I think it is, honestly. And I know Pops ain't gonna like to hear this.
We're at the end of this.
I think that was the original plan.
To prolong this bullshit?
No, wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
think
Trump
about the time.
Yes, of course, Trump doesn't think that far ahead. Yeah,
no. Besides that, think about the time. Think about what had happened prior in the timeline. Like, he had just rolled through Venezuela in an hour and a half.
You're right. Yeah. That's what I felt confident about it too. I was like, we just got the Venis. We're gonna get these sand people like real quick.
The issue is Venezuela.
No, I wasn't quick.
In the first day, we killed how many? Like, the first attack we did, we just killed their supreme leader.
Okay, but there's like 18 of them. There's like 50 of them. Supreme leader just gets replaced by supreme leader number 356. Like, it doesn't.
Supreme leader over there is basically the same thing as like general manager over here.
It doesn't fucking matter. Like.
I mean, it's like when that CEO got shot. When that CEO got shot, they just replaced him the next day.
They just got a new one. Exactly.
Right up.
That's a perfect. Actually, as dark as that is, that's like the fucking perfect example. We killed their CEO. Well, cool. Now here's another one. Like,
here's a new
hey Barry, got news for you. Promotion.
That position you were looking for just opened up, Chief.
You know that the last guy. Right. Don't ask questions.
Don't ask what happened to the last guy.
How hard is it to take out their fucking power grid? I mean, that would probably be a good checkmate.
Think about it.
You think they use power?
No, in Iran's system and in Iran's network, they benefit from all these other smaller countries that feed into their system. They're basically the United States, the United Terrorist States of Iran. All right, and they've got Hezbollah and Hamas and all these guys feeding them resources. Qatar, they got all these guys feeding them resources because Iran is the money machine. So that's the difference between Venezuela and Iran. Venezuela doesn't have a bunch of countries and terrorist organizations funding their shit. If anything, Venezuela's in a worse position because they're getting their shit taken from by cartels. But in the other side of the world, the cartels are working for the country and stealing for the country. They're like carteling for the country. So Iran's a different beast. They've got more funding. That's the big issue.
And the whole jihadist ideology, it's reminiscent of like the imperialist Japanese soldiers of World War II. Like, they're willing to fucking suicide bomb themselves for the cause. So, you got soldiers who are very dedicated to the ideology.
I don't think their governmental system is set up to have attacks from the West. And they know that they're going to get their ass kicked by the West. So they have ways of just hiding their power level. That's why Supreme Leader doesn't mean shit in that country.
And for them, like, emerging from the rubble with like 1 or 2 survivors is like a victory for them. They claim victory that way. They're like, we did it, we beat them.
Yeah, dude, they spin losing. Their supreme Al Khamenei leader guy. He didn't fucking get killed or anything. He was a martyr for the cause.
He ascended.
He ascended. They have a built-in explanation for losing.
Dude, they're like the experts. They're like the experts at spinning shit. Like the way the Democrats spin stuff to make themselves, you know, the victims are also the victors and stuff. The fucking Muslims are like the jihadists are like the experts at spinning
And that's
shit.
why they like each other so much.
Yep.
Or at least one way. You know, I don't even think. Yeah, the jihads definitely don't care about the Democrats, but you know.
Well, they're definitely using the Democrats. They know that the Democrats and the liberals are their way in to America to destroy America from the inside.
Yeah.
It's an easy road.
Which is also why I say the left is gonna end up eating itself. They're letting in people who they think are their friends. These people are not your friends. And then two, they gatekeep each other. It's like, oh, you're not leftist enough, so therefore you're no longer a leftist.
Oh, you don't believe in 86 pronouns? Get out. But I believe in terrorists. Get out.
You don't want to fuck a tranny? Get the fuck out of here, you disgusting transphobe.
You transphobe.
How dare you not put that woman's dick in your mouth, you fucking son of a bitch.
You okay there, Chris? Dude? Like, tough conversations lately?
The trans idea, I'm very against, so, yeah.
And you know what's the crazy part is that their terrorist-loving ideology goes against their trans ideology. But they're so
You know why that topic in particular like pisses me off? Because when I was a liberal, that was the one thing that I was like, okay, I don't agree with you guys.
President Trump has a. So you're basically Satan.
And that's what. Basically, and that's what started to get me kicked out. I started to get ousted from my liberal friends group because I just didn't agree with them that.
Yeah, that's why I don't fuck with the anime gaming community too much anymore. They've been captured.
That's how Destiny got banned off Twitch.
That's true. Yeah, Destiny. I don't know. Destiny being banned off Twitch is crazy.
Come on, Lana. Let's go.
It's because Twitch isn't Twitch. Twitch is Hassan Piker TV. Like,
and yet Asmund gets more views than him.
That's controlled opposition. It's easier because Asmongold and Hassan do not like debating, so they're not going to cross paths with each other. It's controlled opposition. They'll talk shit about each other in video, but everybody does that. But Asmongold and Hassan aren't going to fucking sit there and beat each other the doors down on each other to have a debate like Destiny does. Destiny's just got to fucking go, okay? He's making us all look stupid. I hate that. Hate that. Anyway.
Can we circle back to the fact that Byron won't debate Fishback because he's a pussy?
I feel like on that subject, I will give the DGG response. I feel like if you're in politics, I think it should be a prerequisite that you have the ability to debate, and it should be like expected of you. And you should be judged by your ability to debate. Because if you can have all these fucking policies and rhetorical fucking points and all this shit, you should at least be able to be challenged on them. And we should be able to see that. I don't think you should just get away with dodging debates. Like, not if you want to be a serious politician in America. I think being a serious politician in America should mean that you can debate. I don't think that those things should be separate anymore. I don't think that should be like. I think that us as American people should be able to judge based off of debate, and people that don't debate shouldn't be taken serious.
Right. I think the worst thing about Trump not being able to run for presidency again is the fact that we were not going to be able to see him debate anymore. Fucking Trump debates were hilarious.
They're so fucking funny. They were so good.
Crazy.
And I'm definitely stealing this bit from James Gillis. James Gillis said this first, but Trump debates are hilarious.
Crazy thing that I had found out. I don't know if you know this either. But going to speak on the whole debate thing, because you weren't here for when we were introducing Fishback, and I was getting his moderate clips, I was getting his positive clips together, blew my fucking mind. Because with James Fishback, he always looked familiar to me, and I never understood why. Blew my fucking mind to figure out that I had seen him before, and it was from... Hold on, let me pull it up here. This debate.
Having a massive wiener.
He had...
Respecting the peaceful transfer of power.
He was in...
Holy! So I would argue that the events that took
He was in the Jubilee and the Destiny episode, and the crazy thing about this episode is, first off, Destiny doesn't know he's debating a politician here. He doesn't, because James Fishback hasn't come out yet. But...
Say being a politician is like coming out of the closet.
In this episode, where Destiny's basically debating like 25 Trump guys, in that episode, he actually sat with Fishback the longest. Like, Fishback kept coming back and Destiny kept battling him. But at the end of Jubilee, you're allowed to pick one guy to keep debating, and Destiny picked James to keep debating. He that was his favorite debater in the whole thing. And in that episode there was also Andrew Wilson, so he picked fucking James over Andrew, which was crazy because Destiny would pick Andrew and keep going at Andrew, but like he picked James in that debate. James performed well with Destiny in that. I remember James. So that dude, that shocked the fuck out of me, because I'm sitting here looking through all those clips and I'm like, wait, Destiny and James had a debate? When? And I had seen him before. So I was like, oh shit. But yeah, that to James's credit, he could debate. And I think that's why people take him seriously, even though he's a fucking crazy groiper fuck. Which is a point against Donald's, bro. Like, you should be able to debate the crazy groiper guy.
I just don't see what makes him a crazy groiper.
Again, buddy, he's a little too hard on the Israel thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but it's like a correction. Yeah, he has to, because it's gone so far in one direction, so blatantly, so quick, that like the only fucking reasonable thing is to absolutely be zero tolerance with.
You weren't here for this, but
and all his extremism is just cut all of Florida's invested or financial ties to Israel. How is that fucking crazy? Like, just don't fuck with them. We don't fuck with them. It's just governor of Florida for Florida, by Florida, for Florida. Boom. That's it. That's not a crazy concept. That literally is not that crazy of a concept. I'm just saying.
Here's the thing. Someone had asked me, you weren't here for this part, or someone had asked me earlier, who would I vote for? And in that answer, I had told them that if in their campaigning they say the words Israel, Jew, Muslim, Gaza, Iran, Ukraine, like, if they say these things one too many times in their campaigning, they're probably not getting my vote. Because as much as we can paint James Fishback to be Florida first and all that, he still says these words way too fucking much for a guy that's supposed to be campaigning for Florida. And I'm tired of
I'm pretty sure he just needs to make his point fucking super clear that the other candidates are fucking...
I'm tired of politicians on both sides making our national relationship with another country the main focus.
But it's because that fucking country is Monkey, the mayor of my city has an Israeli flag flying over City Hall that sometimes flies higher than the American flag. And I'm supposed to not see a fucking problem with this? Like, that's fine, but go fly that shit in your office, bro. It's a U.S. government building. You fucking flying the flag of another nation. I don't see no other flags.
I don't agree with that practice either.
Now wait a minute.
It's fucking ridiculous.
How many rainbow flags did you see flying in fucking government buildings?
How many what flags?
Rainbow flags.
Oh, it's right below the U.S. flag, but in between, like, you know, it's on a flagpole. Ours is on a fuck. That's why. So if James Fishback wins, the first thing I'm doing is contacting him to get rid of those two things, because we don't need none of that bullshit in a fucking government building.
Jolly might be able to get rid of those things too. So if he, for some crazy whatever reason that I don't think is possible, wins.
Actually, I agree with that. Only American flags should be fucking flying on any government building.
I agree with that too. I don't like the practice in either direction.
So,
which is why I don't like Mom Donnie, which is why I don't like Fishback, which is why I don't like a lot of these people that made their identities be anti-Israel or anti-Muslim or shit. Like I am anti-Jew. Like I just want to hear people talk about the state that they're in.
Well, I mean, again, he's done plenty of that too, bro. He's addressed housing, right? He's addressed taxes. He's addressed surveillance, right?
Yeah, definitely. The moderate videos we watched of Fishback were nice. I was like, dude, this is a fucking awesome Republican candidate.
So what's the bad ones? Show me the bad ones, you guys.
When he turns his campaign into
I hate
Israel
Jews,
focused.
and then that black person needs to be lynched.
Because when James Fishback is first introduced into the political landscape, he seemed like a very make sense person. Like, holy shit, dude. But somewhere around the time that they started to fuck with him about that underage teenage girl that wasn't ever a thing, like they lied about that.
And you were getting paid for that, buddy.
Somewhere around the time period that comes about is when James Fishback turns into okay, hard focus Israel.
It wasn't even a hard focus. They were just very out there, which amplified the message. Like, he wants to cut complete ties with them in this
and maybe don't tell
which is radical for people. It's fucking crazy radical stuff right there, bro.
Well, yeah,
wow.
Especially when the majority of the Jews come here to retire. I mean, come on.
Oh, let's not forget. Oh, let's not make it a big deal. Thomas Massey got outspent $1 billion to 1 to oust him by who? By the same people he's proud to not have a dollar from. So he has to fucking make that a fucking point, because the example just keeps happening over and over. Like, it's just like, it's a joke.
Listen, man.
But also, you're just mad that the Jews are better at the game than you are.
Oh no, I'm not even whatever. Yeah, no, 100%.
It's not even that. It's not even that. What is the number one problem? I'm gonna fucking totally left ball this, so it'll come back. Trust me, it'll come back. What is the number one problem that we have with illegal immigrants? And when it comes to a cultural standpoint, not an economical standpoint, but a cultural standpoint, what is the number one cultural issue we have with illegal immigrants?
They take all our shit and resources.
No, that's economical.
Well, they disrespect the culture by not assimilating.
There you go. Chris got it. Assimilation. When we're talking about Jews that come in from Israel, whatever, they are assimilating. They are
to a degree.
They are
to a degree.
They are changing their ways to fit the American system, and they're participating in American politics.
No, because they're capitalists, so nothing fucking changes. They just come here to make money for their society, for their friends, for their group. Because again, they're good.
Their values change.
No. They're very close communities because it's a tight-knit community, and I understand that, right? That's why it doesn't get unpurified by fucking outside bullshit, right? So they immigrate here to basically not assimilate, because they just make money here within their own close community, and then fucking money goes back. They send that shit back over there, just like Cubans. I'll give you this example that happens with Cubans too. I'll give you the shit with Cubans too. Cubans came to fucking Miami, right? We have our Cuban culture. We reshape Miami because Miami was wet as fuck, right? So take over Miami, and a lot of them obviously did it to help out their families back at home and send the money back to Cuba.
they don't only give money back to Jewish people. Jewish people are very charitable. They've given money to many minorities, black and
Okay,
Latino.
but at the same time, you know, and I thank again the Jewish Federation for forgiving my medical debt. But then at the same time, then you go further and you realize that the hospitals are
There you
also
go.
already intertwined with the people that collect the money, so that then they're just really paying
But
themselves.
listen, the money corrupts everybody. That's not the same. It's not any different than an American.
I'm just
Okay,
saying
but
you're talking about it stimulating, but it's not really stimulating. It's like
But they are
parallel.
because listen,
No, they run
when you're
parallel.
when you're comparing the others, these guys actually participate faithfully in our governments and in our governmental system. They do participate in our politics, which was what the fuck is wrong with that? They're not here.
I just this guy.
They're not here forcing through violence their rhetorical points. They just do the American thing. They make an organization. They make a PAC. And they fucking invest in people that support them. Why is that a problem? That's
good,
what
bro.
that's
They're good at
what
what they do.
Americans do. Americans do this.
They're
Why
good.
is it a problem
Yeah.
that fucking people like or Israeli Americans do this? Why is that a problem?
Because again, it's not an assimilation; it's a running parallel.
Well, but
If
they
running
donate money.
parallel,
Like,
if
you
running
got money.
parallel
You got Jewish money.
means that they're not violently trying to change us and they're faithfully engaging in our political system, then whatever, bro. They're running parallel. But how is this a bad thing compared to the opposite side? Which is
Oh no, the other side is way worse. Don't get me wrong. The other ones are fucking literal terrorists. These are just opportunistic capitalists. There's a fucking difference here. Okay,
which is a very American prospect. Like, of course we're gonna side with Israel on a lot of things, and of course we're gonna fucking get along with a lot of Jews.
That comes down to the reason that
And this
the
is
reason
probably why
society
they're so
is pissed
successful in our system. By the
is
way,
because while America still has the best system, it is still a rigged system. So people are trying to bring it more back to center where it's not as rigged. And the people that are already ahead of the game want to rig it even more. And it's this constant...
How is it rigged? I don't agree with that exactly. I don't agree it's rigged.
it depends on
the
system you're talking
it's
about.
a whole generational issue, really, if you think about it at the end of the day. Because different... I guess, like, not different cultures, but, like, different backgrounds here in America and different racial factions have different head starts in capitalism, if that makes sense.
But that's just life. Like, no one gets to choose in what area of or what class they're born in, you know?
Right.
Inequality is not evidence of corruption. It's just inequality.
So people, you cannot be upset then when people want though more equality by limiting the influence of those that are already ahead.
That sounds
But there's no such thing as more equality.
When you say it like
There's
that,
no
though,
such
that
thing as more
sounds bad,
equality.
dude.
I'm not asking for so. It's not like you're saying like fucking socialism, all right? Like I'm not. You still have the opportunity.
Let me say something kind of like about what you just said. Generational wealth. You know, one thing I really like about the Jewish people and why I support the Jewish people is because they're like the masters at conservatism. They're like one of the few people who have been able to teach their children to conserve generational wealth. Whereas other cultures, you as a person and individual right now, you can make a lot of money, but if you don't teach your children well how to maintain that generational wealth, it'll be gone in 2 generations. Your grandchildren will never see that wealth that you accrued, that you created. The Jewish people are really good at maintaining and teaching their children and their generations to keep that generational wealth. And I think, kind of based on what you were saying, I just think a lot of people are envious and they see that. And instead of seeing, wow, here are people with merit who teach their children good, valuable lessons, they see, oh, there must be some corruption, some nefarious, evil conspiracy going on for why they're so rich. It's like, no, they just have good lessons.
I feel like there's a lot of hating the player and not the game when we talk about Jews in America.
Yeah. Exactly. They're just good at the game. That's what I always say. You know, people are mad at them for being good at the game.
But the problem is that when you become good at the game, you get to dictate the rules of the game, and therefore we're trying to limit that.
But then that
like
sounds
socialism.
like
That's
socialism.
No, because no. I'm not saying you fucking you take the money from the people that already have the money and give it to everybody else or fucking bullshit like that. I'm just saying the foreign influence that we're just trying to just not fuck with. We're like Fishback is basically just saying, I want Florida to be run for Florida by Florida without any fucking foreign money or influence. Is seen like some crazy idea.
Why is foreign money a bad thing?
Here's my thing. Why do you want the best player to not be the best player, and why don't you want to learn from the best player?
The best player's on a different team. The best player's on a different team, my guy.
But still learn from them while they're our ally. They're our ally right now. Don't make them our enemy.
Why does everybody want to dog Elon Musk for being a trillionaire? The motherfucker became a trillionaire.
I mean, Tesla took a dump, so he's probably not a trillionaire.
Why does he have to fucking pay everybody in the world money because he's a fucking trillionaire? You know, the Democrat.
He doesn't. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the Democrat where you just literally just take it away and be like, okay, all these people get it now.
Good, bro. You made your money. Leave you alone. You were smart enough to make the money. That's what capitalism's all about. You're smart enough to make the
private property.
Money. Why the fuck do you have to share that money? No.
It's private property. Yeah.
No, capitalism isn't just about that. Capitalism is about making money and spending money. Okay? Why is having foreign money in our system a bad thing? It's investment in our system.
The problem is that everyone always going to have their own country's best interest first. That's just the rule of every fucking country in the world. So Israel's main priority will always be benefit to Israel.
If that's a fact,
what Monkey was saying earlier, by Israel being at war all the time, they get to test out new weapons for us. And
that's
kind of
why
dope.
We need their intelligence because they're fucking using our weaponry.
If that's a fact, Charles, that everybody that is investing foreign money is going to have their country of origin and their best interest, which is likely true.
Not necessarily, because I'm Cuban and I don't give a fuck about Cuba.
Right,
well, that's different. You're not in foreign power though. Cuba, like for example, Raul Castro wants what's best for his vision of Cuba. Like in his case, is him because
Raul Castro's a fucking cocksucker.
Well, yes, as much as the cocksucker as he may be, his vision of Cuba, what he wants for Cuba, and his Cuba, he's going to try to do things to lead him that way.
His vision of Cuba's got the whole country fucking starving.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't give a shit because he's doing well. You see, like, I'm not saying, that's a whole different fucking animal, but at the end of the day, that political figure is doing what's best for him or the country that is him. Like, it is what it is.
When what I'm getting at is
that's exactly what we don't want to be.
If it's true that everybody that invests any foreign money into our system, and there's a lot of foreign places that do this,
Qatar,
wouldn't we want, if everybody's gonna do this, wouldn't we want an ally to be ahead? Wouldn't we prefer the ally? Because there's...
No, I want to be ahead. I want America to be ahead. I don't give a shit about that.
I think America's ahead already. But I'm talking about in the American system where allies and enemies are putting money into the system. Wouldn't we prefer the ally?
But the ally is also intertwined with influencing the people that make the laws in your country, which is fucking ridiculous. It's a ridiculous concept. Like, we should not have any foreign money in politics. That's what it really should be. You can have private investment. Private investment is fine.
More money pouring into the country. All the deals that this guy's making.
No, again, you can make deals that involve corporations and fucking selling and buying and selling products.
Farewell.
But that's in the lawmaking process, bro, that's so fucked.
All right, Slender. Hope you have a good night.
You all too. Take care.
Have a good one, buddy.
Yeah.
That to me is just so fucked. Sorry.
I think this is kind of like, which would you prefer, Destiny or Hassan? You know what I'm saying? Like this is kind of like one of those questions.
And if you asked me that question, I'd say clearly Destiny.
Yeah. So
it's not even a hard choice.
If the system
That's
is already like the way it is, which do you prefer, Israel or fucking Iran? You know, like, because they're both investing. Even if they won't invest in a pack like Iran does, Iran will just sit there and invest in the talking heads that fuck with your fucking brain, like Hassan.
Well, that's why you have so many leftists that are pro-Palestine and pro-Muslims right now, because Qatar is putting a lot of money into the universities to teach people to support the jihadis. And I feel Qatar is also the same ones funding money on the far right, putting out all these crazy conspiracies on the Jews, getting the fucking far right to hate Jews. I feel like they're playing both sides.
Oh yeah. Look, Qatar is doing what's best for Qatar.
I think America's always ahead in the system that they created, but like the system is meant for.
Yeah, but I guess my thing is like, if that's true, I'd like that to remain true, and foreign money in policy making in America is just like as mentioned, an unforced error. It's just we don't need to be doing that.
I think
there's no universe where that makes us stay ahead, right? Like there's no universe that foreign money is a net positive for us staying ahead.
I think it's true to an extent, but I also think that it's true that there's things that we don't know when it comes to the outside world outside of this country. So, you know, foreign deals that we make at the national level, especially when they have to do with like our nation's security, I don't see it as a bad thing, you know? So it's our system's built to accept these kind of things, and then we process it and better ourselves from it. Foreign money doesn't scare me. It's where the foreign money comes from. You know?
Yeah.
Like I don't mind APAC. Consider this. 2 years ago, none of us knew what APAC was.
No, a lot of us knew where that
like now APAC is like the number one thing that we talk about. Like APAC was
again because it became mainstream for the normies. The normies just fucking found out about it. You and I probably knew about it.
I've seen,
yeah, of course.
I've seen a couple people debunk the whole APAC runs our country thing. Like I don't think APAC really has that much influence as some people think it does.
That's crazy because again they spent like the Massey fucking election told me everything I needed to know. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, also that's the other thing. Investing in the Massey election,
you know what?
doesn't really buy votes.
You know why Massey didn't work?
You're right. Defrauding votes in California, mail-in ballots by votes.
Pops,
that's
what is your thoughts on Thomas? What's your thoughts on Thomas Massey?
Okay. Well, where do I start with this one? Look, bro, Thomas Massey pretty much fucked himself, bro.
Yeah, because he didn't go along with the Epstein shit. Like, be a good boy and fucking say, I don't know who Epstein is. But no, he wanted to fucking expose the files. What a dumbass. Wanting to expose the files.
Listen,
fucking asshole.
There are no files.
There are no files.
I don't even think that's what did him in, dude.
That didn't help.
Didn't help, but it didn't do him in. He just started going against the fucking system, bro.
Oh, it's terrible! Fucking going against the system! That's fucking built-in foreign money!
Fucking
Fuck that system, though! Oh.
Fucking the MAGA system.
I can't stand it here. I almost want to walk out this program right now. This fucking
You know, I always hear people complain about how like Jews created banking and how it's like, oh, they run everything, they run the bank. It's like, okay, well, what do you want to use? Like fucking
Jews are the best
sticks
fucking
and like mud
accountants.
coins again, like.
Jews are the best accountants you can have, bro.
Yeah? Well, there's no gold in Fort Knox, motherfucker. I just want you all to know, man. This is fucking bullshit here. Like, zero
so mad at
gold.
the
There
bank.
is
It's like,
zero
come on,
gold
use
in
the
there.
bank.
Listen,
Banks
guys,
are a great system.
it's not because of APAC money that Thomas Massey lost. Which is what Pop said right there is why Thomas Massey lost. He went against MAGA. Like that was the problem. That had nothing to do with Jews, dude.
Well, you know, there's a time to follow MAGA, and there's a time to be like, wow, y'all being fucking retarded. And they got pissed off that they all got called retarded because they were acting retarded.
Yeah, but you don't.
And then they doubled down with the Epstein shit. We don't know no Epstein. Who's Epstein? Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, there's no evidence. There's
What
just
files?
Shut the fuck up! Of course there's no evidence! They got rid of it! And even if they had it, they're not gonna tell us! Where's the big dick energy? No, Where's
Don't
the
tell
fucking
us.
big dick
No,
energy
they
from
won't
Dan
tell us.
Bongino and fucking Patel, Cash Patel, the big dick show me Epstein? They both cowered like bitches the moment they fucking found out what was going down. Cowered like bitches. We don't see nothing. We don't know nothing. I quit. One of them said, I quit. Fucking bitches, bro. That's when everything just fucking wheels off. And then they said, you know what? The dumb blonde that fucking doesn't know how to speak, let her take the fucking fall. It was her fault that Epstein raped those people, right? We don't even know Epstein, actually. That's what happened. Everything just... And you know what? And now to distract you from that, we're going to fucking bomb Iran real quick. And you know what? It wasn't real quick. It wasn't fucking real quick, motherfuckers.
No, I find it comical because this whole Epstein shit has nothing to do with the current fucking administration, bro.
Well, no, it absolutely has because you know what? I trusted these fuckers to be not lying pieces of shit. And you know what they turned out to be? Lying pieces of shit. So, like, here we are again 4 years later, and instead of having a lying piece of shit that has dementia, now I have a fucking lying piece of shit that's
on
fucking,
the way to dementia.
Maybe.
I mean, the way I see it, it's two things. It's either there's no evidence, or Israel is just so powerful that it really does have everybody by the balls. And I just don't believe the second one. I don't believe Israel's that powerful.
I don't see a country the size of New Jersey just being the controller of the world. I just don't see it, man. You know, they're. I saw this in a comedy. I forget the comedian, but like, it's the funniest shit. Like, they're the only country on the map where the name of the country doesn't fit the space of the country to give it on the map. Like,
literally.
The I is in the river, the L is in the sea. You know, like.
Yeah, they're the great oppressors. The fucking country that's surrounded by 53 Muslim countries, and they're the size of New Jersey.
I just don't see.
And if that's true, and if it's true that they are the oppressors, then holy fuck, they're really good at this game.
Dude, yeah, like, that's impressive. If you could control
honestly,
the world from, like,
pop.
Middle East, New
Your
Jersey.
fucking laptop. Yeah.
If you could control the world from Middle East, New Jersey, and you haven't even figured out, like, good water, like, sourcing yet, like, no, dude, like, you gotta give it to them. But I don't think that that's the case.
If the conspiracy is true, exactly. I don't think the conspiracy is true either. Look,
I think
wanted...
Israel. I think Jews in America are just better suited to be more successful in our country
because of the lessons that they're taught by their parents.
I mean, now at this point, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, it's just like
if that Epstein shit.
It's a closed community with, you know.
Now during the Obama administration, that's when it was fucking.
Right,
going.
it's an old case.
It's
an old case. Why didn't they release the evidence? You know.
Because they're in it too, you motherfuckers!
Right,
it's the only bipartisan shit we got going on is that they were all fucking satanic cannibalistic fucking child predators. And like that is they're all of them. And maybe we know what? Maybe there are some Israeli, you know, kid fuckers, and maybe there are American kid fuckers. But the point is, you get enough power, all these fuckers around the world were fucking.
No. The point I'm gonna make is there's a civilization where kid fucking is something that will get you absolutely like thrown under the prison, and then there's a civilization that encourages it. And in this country,
where it's legal to marry 9-year-olds.
In this country,
we understand though that they're fucked up.
We at least like to pretend that we don't like our pedophiles in this country, okay?
Right.
They don't even pretend that on the other side of the world over there.
No, I understand that. There's definitely a lot of kid diddling happening at all levels here, different cultures.
Sneeko has been like really like loud about being a Muslim recently. There's a video of Sneeko.
It's been like 3 years.
I know, but there's a video recently of him going to an imam, like this really famous imam who talks a lot of shit about America. And he asks the imam, he's like, oh, so is it true that Muhammad married Aisha at 9 years old? And the imam was basically like, listen, don't question Islam. If you question Islam or the Quran, then you're no better than you're a kafir. You're no better than the non-believers. And then Sneeko was just like taken aback, and all the other Muslims in the room were just laughing, and he had to laugh too. He had to laugh along with them because he was like, "Oh shit! If I don't join them, they're gonna basically kick me out." Like how the leftists gatekeep people.
Yeah, they're very similar cultures. They're very, very similar.
But the imam was basically like,
they're extremely religious. That's the problem. Leftism is like a religion at this point.
I don't think leftism is a religion. I think if you want my true, honest assessment of the situation on the left, I think the Democratic left are going through a war. I think Destiny and Hassan.
It's a war that they started, though. The Democrats created these freaks.
Yeah.
I think Destiny and Hassan paint a bigger picture about the Democratic Party. When you zoom out of that picture, they're kind of like representatives of the war. There's the establishment Democratic left, and then there's
those are right wingers.
Fucking
we went through this earlier.
The history of this party,
and the reason is because you have to see like their rhetoric, the way that they talk about reality, is such fear mongering that if you take it serious, then it justifies all the political violence that they've been doing lately. You know?
Oh my god, yeah. They're just. It's actually ridiculous. It's because we're the dictator. Everyone they disagree with is a Nazi, therefore it's okay to do violence against them. Okay,
which is why they're the good guys. Which is why when Destiny says some shit like, "I think somebody in this space is going to be killed soon," he's probably not wrong.
But that's why it feels like a war is going on the left, because their rhetoric is just so crazy. The way they talk about reality is so insane.
Just saying Charlie Kirk.
Like on the right, we just say that people on the left are stupid and their ideas are wrong. But on the left, they say that we're legitimately evil. They say that we're evil, that we're committing genocide on them, and all this bullshit.
The Charlie Kirk situation, Charles, is one in a few where you get to see that on public display. But that's the left in a nutshell. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. And you know what? The right on the nutshell. Now this is right of Fishback. All right, this is the Candace Owens route. Right. This is the somehow Israel to blame for this one too, which I thought is fucking crazy. Like now, like that one's what like there's a limit here, boys. And you got the ones that are like Charlie Kirk was killed by Israel because he turned on them 2 weeks ago. And like it's like, so you're telling me they said like send Agent fucking 66 over here and take out this man because 2 weeks ago he broke with us. Like,
have we not noticed that all throughout history the Democrats have just been fucking insane or not? Have we not noticed that? Because like they were the ones that were fucking stringing black people up on crosses. They were the ones fucking doing all the fucking bullshit back in the day. They're the ones
that Planned Parenthood with abortions being super
and they're
racist.
the ones that bring up all the crazy nonsense, bro. It's always been that party. That party's a fucking problem throughout history. And then they turn around and they blame the other side for the shit that they're doing.
Yeah, but see, the problem is that Republicans are bitches.
That's classic Marxist tactics, though. Marxist talks about like projecting everything you're doing onto your enemy to create confusion among people who don't know anything.
You have a whole bunch of people that will be here, and then you'll have a whole bunch of people who will be here, and then there will be some like crazy people that'll be here, and then these people here, and then you'll have some crazy people here. And then what'll happen is that these guys here will pretend that these guys are these guys, and then these people here will pretend that these guys are these guys, and all they're trying to do the entire time is mindfuck these guys. And you see this happen with so many different issues. So like people over here be like, any criticism at all of Israel is treated as anti-Semitic. It's like, I don't think that's true. I don't believe you. Now, but there are some people who really do that, but they're like kind of the outsiders. They're like, I'm pretty sure you can be critical of Israel and be critical of some of these, whatever, affirmative action, DI, whatever the fuck. You can do this without being like immediately labeled racist. Although there is a small percentage of people that will always immediately label you as anti-Semitic race, but it's not most people. But then these guys spend all their time trying to convince you that like, well, these guys are, that all of them are going to label you as anti-Semitic and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, I think it's just these guys. But then these guys are, this like whole thing is so fucking cringe. It's so cringe because then like, instead of ever having any conversation about any of these topics ever, it's always just these fringe fucking retards on both sides, like throwing around the, oh, you're anti-Semitic, you're not anti-Semitic, oh, you're racist, you're not racist. Folks.
That was...
Also have a problem with the fucking people with the rebel flag. Now they want to get rid of the rebel flag, but the rebel flag was their fucking flag. It was their flag. The rebel flag was a.
We still talking about that? I thought we were past that. Cancel culture.
Nah, it keeps coming back.
Which one? The Confederate?
That's never gonna go away.
The
bro.
Confederate flag?
We're done canceling bullshit.
Yeah, the Confederate flag, the rebel flag.
Yeah.
Who really has the energy to give a shit about it too? Like, oh my god, like shut the fuck up.
I think that's the best way to put it. Like, there's on the left there's a big war. And the political turnarounds over in New York kind of emboldened them a little bit to start talking a little more.
Oh my god, yeah, New York, we have to do something about New York and California. Like we have to do something about those two places, bro. Those two places.
What it is,
like basically they're fucking patient zero to this commie fucking retard bullshit.
What it is liberals are starting to understand, and they're very late to the party. I'm sorry, guys, but liberals are starting to understand that they can't give them any good faith. Like, we have to stop saying Mom Donnie has turned around New York or benefited their economy until we can prove that. Like, we can't sit there and give them any wins anymore. Like, that has to be the case, because that is an actual like battlefront over there, and Mom Donnie winning his election, and then the people that won the election after their primaries after, that presents like a turnaround in one of our bigger economic states, and I do not like that turnaround.
We're fucking
I'm hoping
cooked, bro.
that it fails.
Those two states are. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do with those two states, bro. Those two states need to be fucking purged.
But it's indicative of the war that's going on, and I would assume that Republicans would want liberals to win this war, because if not, your next opponents are going to be fucking people that wear Mao costumes.
No, Republicans want Republicans to take over. Like,
well, I'm talking about when you're choosing your opponent. Because of course you want to win in the end, but when you're choosing your opponent, like who's the better opponent, you're gonna pick the liberal over the guy wearing the Mao costume.
Yeah, the guy who just thinks that your ideas might be wrong versus the guy who thinks that like you're Satan and all this stuff.
You're gonna find out something in life. When you're young, you're a liberal. When you get older, you start becoming more conservative.
That's not becoming true anymore. They're getting older and becoming anti-Semitic.
Yeah, well, they're stupid.
It's not even fucking true anymore.
They're all stupid. You have an insane crisis in this fucking in this country. People are fucking insane.
Like that used to be the case when politics were normal. That was the case.
Just the fact that Mondani is elected is insane.
You start a liberal and mature a conservative. That used to be the case. No, now you start a liberal and mature into a terrorist, bro. Like that's fucking insanity.
It is. It's insane.
You start a fucking conservative and mature into Nick fucking Fuentes, dude. Like what?
Well,
that's a crazy evolution.
Something to make us feel better about this is that all of these radical leftists are very anti-gun. They don't know how to handle guns, and then we still have millions of Americans in the middle of America in the breadbasket who know how to use guns. So if the Civil War ever did pop off, you'd have a bunch of Looney Tune brigades with their fingernails painted and shit, like shooting themselves, negligent discharging into their own foot. And then you'd have actual Americans who are veterans and stuff. And it would last like 2 days. The Civil War would last 2 days. So, it's concerning, but at the end of the day, I'm not too worried because they're gonna eat themselves. You know, if they don't know how to handle guns, they stand no chance.
Okay, but ain't nobody gonna fight. Them pussies ain't never gonna fight nobody. Ain't no actual war is gonna happen, bro. They're just gonna cry on Reddit, okay? They're gonna cry on Reddit. And they're opportunistic killers anyway.
That's what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, it's like if we come to a point where we can no longer have a discussion, and if we can't talk anymore, then the only thing left to do is to beat each other to death. The Civil War would last 2 days. The left they don't have a foot to stand on.
No, they have terrorist support. What do you mean? They have suicide bombers.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, they would do terrorist exploits. They wouldn't fight 1v1. You think the fucking Iran and Houthis people fight front lines?
They would get their most mentally ill liberals who already want to die anyways and give them a suicide vest and be like, die for the cause.
We're almost at that point. Not gonna lie, that's where they're heading.
That's where they're heading.
They already share so much ideology that they're almost there.
Because most leftists are too depressed to own a gun.
I just want regularity in politics.
Yeah.
I don't want movie star, TV star politicians. I don't want first-year candidates that came out of Reddit. I don't want, I just want your regular, old, not too old, but old enough, politicians. I'm done with 30-year-olds. I'm done with 85-year-olds. I'm done with fucking... I came from Hollywood. I'm done. I'm coming from Reddit. I'm on my first year. This is my first run. I'm done with Viveks. I'm done with Fishbacks. I'm done with Hassans. I'm done with fucking Rokanas. I just want regular fucking degular establishment politics. People that I can fucking predict for at least 4 to 8 years because I need a break.
Yeah, bring back George Bush and bring back Bill Clinton.
Fucking for real.
Bill Clinton is Bill Clinton's at the top of the diddler list. Let me tell you, maybe not Bill Clinton.
Yeah, but he was predictable. Yeah, but you know what? He was predictable.
Oh, he was the fun pedophile. He was one of the fun ones. Yeah, he knew how to party. I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Palm Beach Pete.
Let me explain something to you, Charles. I think there's a correlation, all right, with the funniness of SNL and how good a presidency is doing. The funnier SNL is, the better the president in office is. And Bill Clinton's run with SNL was God fucking tier, okay? So by those metrics, he's probably the best president we've ever had. Yeah, well, they didn't, but they had a lot already to work with. You got a blowjob from Monica Lewinsky.
Dude was just horny. That's the problem. This dude was horny for anything, bro. Bill Clinton fucked anything. Bill Clinton's
presidency was so great. We had so much bullshit going on, but we didn't care. We were worried about what he did with his dick.
Crazy.
And he was
we were living good times. We were living good times.
And he was a super racist Democrat, which is like no surprise, but he wasn't even like trying to hide it.
You were little. What do you know?
Enough to know that I was happy.
He said, I was playing Super Nintendo and I was having a great fucking time.
Yeah,
I don't know about you.
but the radio.
I was watching the Animaniacs.
The radio behind me
like
didn't
10.
have some fucking old guy going there.
Like
fucking
fucking
shut
10
up,
with
dead
Bill
fucking
Clinton.
Jews and fucking
Gas was like $1. Gas was like $1
gas was like under $1. I remember gas being like 89 cents.
No, you don't.
They took
Yes,
away
I
my.
do.
I just want to say they took away my fucking 79-cent bean burrito, and they can go to hell.
Yeah, we had 59-cent cheeseburger day in this era, bro. They got rid of it.
Right.
Walmart
49
was
cent and
24
59-cent
hours.
cheeseburger. A McChicken was $1.
You can feed a family of 4 on the food stamps they gave you. Like, the things were good.
Look, the objective is not to be on food stamps.
Yeah, but at least if you're stuck on them, and the ghetto will fucking tell you this for sure, and you're spawning more than your resource count. At least they get aid in this era. Like, they don't get aid after that. The Bill Clinton days were good. And maybe the George Bush days weren't as good, but you know what George Bush had?
I like the George
under
Bush
his under his belt than all the other. George Bush had the one day that this country was the most united.
Yeah.
The day after 9/11. But he also, to balance that out, he had 9/11, you know, so yeah.
Obviously, another Israeli plot. By the way, remember that's another one. Obviously,
yeah, dude. Like, you know what gets me about the dancing Israeli thing? Okay,
because there's a million dancing Palestinians.
No. Now that I know that, what bothers me is that if like we were to have gone and like had the same situation happen with like Cuba, right? And I'm telling you, Cubans would be fucking ecstatic to figure out that America's going to go to war with Cuba. Or something terrible happens that would make America go to war with Cuba. Like the Cubans did 9/11. There's going to be a bunch of Miamians dancing around Café Versailles because they know what's going to happen next. And then there's going to be a giant fucking conspiracy about dancing Cubans. That makes no sense. Yes, of course the Israelis were happy because they knew America was going to dog walk the fuck out of their enemies. I'd be dancing too. How the fuck did that correlate? How did that correlate? How did that become a conspiracy? That's what I want to know, dude. Like,
and also footage the same day, September 12th in Palestine, all the Palestinians were celebrating. So it's like you have 5 dancing Israelis, and then the entirety of Palestine is celebrating and dancing in the streets.
But they were in on it, dude. Like, no, dude.
Israel made them do it.
Is it so hard? Is it just so hard to believe that George Bush is retarded?
Wait, guys,
was that so hard to believe?
Totally believable.
I saw this hilarious animated video of like the owner of the Twin Towers talking to his insurance person, or no, talking to his Jewish lawyer, because he's Jewish too, about how much it's going to cost to take all the asbestos out because it was built during a time when they actually used asbestos. And they're like, oh, it's going to cost millions of dollars. He's like, fuck, what can we do about this? He's like, well, you could just demolish the building and yeah, and then file an insurance claim. He's like, all right, let me make some phone calls.
It's fucking retarded. You understand that, right?
Like, instead of remodeling and getting the asbestos out, he's like, I'll just blow it up and cash in on the insurance claim money.
Yeah.
Which he did, technically.
But that's stupid too. That conspiracy is stupid too, because everybody in New York that owns a building is gonna have insurance on the building. So what is, like, every building that come down in a conspiracy for insurance like that?
All right, boys. That's enough 9/11 for me today.
Honestly, I think, are we at the end of our topics list? Yeah, that's why we're on 9/11, because we're at the end of our topics list.
Yeah.
Good rock buddy.
Well, no, wait. We got.
Well,
I guess we'll never know who really did 9/11.
All I know is whoever did 9/11, I'm still voting for James Fishback. Sorry, I don't want no spy cameras. I want no fucking property taxes. Not that I own anything, but good for everybody, right? And
didn't DeSantis do it?
No data centers. No data centers. They can all eat my dick.
Yo, let me ask you. Hold on. Let me ask you a question, because maybe I am not hip to it. I know I'm not hip to it, as a matter of fact. Aside from, like, I understand the AI part of it, like the conspiracies with AI and all that. What is the issue with data centers, so that it can be explained to people that are retarded?
Well, I mean, first it's a massive land, investment, right? Because Florida's already strapped for livable and or environmental land, right? Because most of Florida is already occupied, and when you travel, like in South Florida, for example, they're always trying to expand west because they got nothing else. So you've already fucked the Florida landscape enough, and you wanna fucking install this fucking massive fucking computer building, right? That uses power and water and basically space to do what? To collect more fucking data on us and fucking power the bullshit AIs. Like, we don't need to be doing this. Like, it's just unforced error. I just, as a Floridian, I don't want this bullshit being built everywhere, sucking up power and resources. There's no fucking point in that. That doesn't benefit me. It doesn't benefit any of us. It benefits just corporations and the people fucking collecting our data and making money. Like, fuck them. Same thing with the fucking cameras. Oh, they help solve crime. Well, you know what helped fucking solve crime? Fucking police doing their job before we had these fucking infinite spy cameras on everybody. Unconstitutional spying. Fucking China-level surveillance. Fuck that shit. No, we're not doing that. So, like, that alone is just, like, any candidate that isn't just super opposed to that, I don't want to fuck with you.
I think Bobby's super opposed to that, by the way.
And that's why I don't buy new cars either, because they fucking spy on your ass too. So they can. I feel like Fishback is the only constitutional patriot that's running, and that's what I'm kind of just. That's why I'm on his boat.
What is the use of water in data centers? Like, how do they keep making black
Cool,
water?
probably to cool all the servers, because servers run hot.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, like, my computer right now is fucking. My room is probably like 5 degrees higher.
But how
than
does
the
that?
rest of the house.
How does that result in black water?
How does that what?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I remember this. I don't know if it was AOC that did it, but I remember this. They had a meeting in the house or something, and they were talking. And it was the subject was about a data center, and she had a couple of jars of this black water that she said the data center produced, and I was like, okay, but how does the data center produce black water? Like, what is the?
Oh, I don't know anything about no black water, but I know they use either, even if it's a closed loop system, right? You're fucking using a bunch of water that gradually you need to fucking replace, which is, again, resources that belong to the people.
Water is a renewable resource.
Dude.
Now, okay, when you run, no, I don't want to hear, no. When you run any water through the EMF radiation that building fucking produces, it's not going to be the same fucking water that, we can just fucking reuse it. It's renewable. Like, you're fucking draining our resources to power this fucking machine block. Like, fuck that.
You realize that 3/4 of the earth is water, right?
Yeah, we can just get it from the ocean.
God, you conservatives.
3/4 of the earth is water.
Yeah,
Listen,
so let's fuck
global
with
warming.
it.
Global warming is
You know,
bullshit.
our fucking
Derek don't need that water.
Bullshit.
Fuck it, they can get
our
half.
reef's already fucked up, right? So you'll be like, just take the water from the fucking ocean. The ocean water is already fucked up. In fact, it's actually poop water right now. You know, we can't even swim in
We
it.
got all kinds of water in the Everglades.
No, Charles.
No, you do not take the water from the Everglades. We fucked with that enough. that shit's like on the brink of collapse.
The snakes are killing it.
Charles.
We need that water. You and I need that water.
Have you been to Daytona lately?
Not this year. Maybe like in the last year or two.
The water in Ormond is definitely different than Miami Beach. I promise.
Oh no.
It's very clear.
Oh, it's clear. It's not full of poop water. No poop water.
The sand's red. It's the prettiest water I've seen in a while.
They're just gonna take. They're gonna take that water then. They're fucking. That's not your water. That's their water.
We need that water for the data center.
They're gonna drain all the Florida's fucking springs and be like, you know what? This is data center water now. And while you try to stop us, we have every info on you. We know where you live. We know where you are at any time of the day because we got the super spy cameras on you.
They already know that with our phones, bro.
I mean, true.
And then they're gonna stick the Jews on you. They'll stick the Jews on you.
Yeah, the super spy cameras that the Jews control.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, we forgot to take that extra step.
They've already got the cameras out, bro, on I-95.
I know, it's fucking bullshit. That's why James Fishback banned all these things, get rid of Flock, get rid of the data centers, get rid of property taxes. That's 3 W's.
Yeah.
Property taxes is already supposed to be on the ballot.
That is supposed to. I don't know what exemptions. There are exemptions.
Yeah, I mean, Ron was trying to get rid of property taxes.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure we were going to vote on it.
I'm gonna have to go to you guys. It's getting late.
Yeah.
So, dude, I've got great news for you. If for any reason, you can't get your guy Fishback because he voted in DC. There is a guy for you that is against data centers and is against flock cameras. Unfortunately, though, he is a Democrat.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
It better be Jolly because he's the only one on the fucking.
It's David Jolly.
Oh, Byron is so cooked. Byron is so cooked. We're all. Oh, now you got me. Ooh, you got me. Ooh, you got me heated because we. Oh. It's over. It's Jover, bro. Byron versus by fucking Jolly.
Because David Jolly isn't like he's in this like Democratic race with it where his opponents are irrelevant.
Yeah, they're terrorists. We don't worry about them.
He is being slept on completely. Like no one has actually looked into this guy.
Well, because we're not supposed to elect Democrats in Florida, okay? That's not what we do, all right?
No, we don't. And they're not going to now.
Well, mind you, he's a Republican skinwalking Democrat.
It don't matter.
And Byron's black.
On his name.
I can't emphasize this enough that we are still in Florida and this guy is black. Like, you could lose like 5% of the vote that way.
Have you looked at the state lately?
Yeah, there's a lot of old whites.
Yeah, there's a lot of black people too.
Not as much as there are old whites. Like it's not even like close. It is a vast.
That might maybe when you go further up the state, but there's a lot of black people in fucking.
No, there's a lot of black people here in Miami. But my point being,
there's a lot of black people in Port St. Lucie, bro.
But how many of them are registered Republicans?
I don't know.
Not a lot. Just saying, hands against Biden. That's where I leave my fucking.
I mean,
because you're gonna have defective. There's gonna be the Bernie Sanders thing with Hillary. Mark my words. Mark my fucking words. Is how fucking Trump beat fucking Hillary. Hillary fucks Bernie in the primary. Scolded primary voters go to Trump. Hillary gets caught with her pants down. That's what I think can happen. It is at least a realistic scenario.
You know what? Thank God Hillary or fucking Bernie didn't win.
It just needed to be fair. I didn't even give a fuck at that point. Winner's the winner. Just like right now, the debate, him refusing to debate,
you know what?
pussy bitch.
You know what? Charles might have a point for an accidental reason, though. In a couple of these polls, despite the fact that Donalds would actually be Florida's first black governor, which that's a huge step, buddy. It's actually Jolly who would have more of the black vote. Like, he does significantly better with the black voters. So that's like a double problem, because not only is the racist from North Florida who also vote not going to want to have a first black governor, but also his opponent is better.
But see, that's where you're not taking under consideration the influence that Donald Trump has on the state.
Yeah, but again, Trump has shot some of that off. And I don't think, and again, not all of it. Obviously, not all of it. Nowhere near all of it. But it's just enough to possibly lose him an election.
I don't think that
bad time to shave MAGA off a bit. You know, it's just a miscalculation to piss a certain section of the base off when it's just so easy for the Democrats. Like, the Democrats are shitting themselves, and we just decided, well, let's put them back in the game. Why? I don't know. Let's run a fucking bullshit Kamala-esque candidate. Sure. Let's do it.
All right, I'm done.
We gotta close this program.
Yes, please, so we can take your dog to pee.
Buddy's fine. He's chilling. Look. He's sleeping right now.
Well, I'm surprised because I've pissed 20 times during this podcast, and that poor dog hasn't peed once.
Buddy's chilling, dude.
And all these other dogs have peed twice during this podcast.
Buddy's all right, though. Good boy. He's bored. That's what it is.
All right. Well, adios, amigo.
All right, guys. Have a good night. See you later.
Peace.
Night.
Peace.